Hello? Hello? Oh, Space Rig not gonna cooperate? Hello? Please? Please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for working. Hello? I've learned a lot from the last time we read visual novels. I have not included any ones that are free this time. So hopefully some of them are a bit better written, and hopefully I only have to put up with one that isn't too bad, that isn't too good, I mean. Ugh. So yeah, this first one, it looks really cool, so I'm hoping it turns out really cool. By the way, can you hear me okay? I did switch microphones and I'm not sure. I did a test recording and I'm not sure if it's perfect or anything. Epic. Okay. Okay. Let me see how I can get this to play on here because I did not do that. Cool. That works. Ooh. There we go. That went really smoothly this time. It rarely goes that well. Is the audio of the game okay with my voice, or is it too quiet, or what? Am I audible over the game? Okay, okay. Okay, I can do that. Is this better? Or is it still too loud? I'll turn it down a little bit more. Is that okay? Okay. Okay, how about now? Okay, okay, okay. I'll leave it there then. Okay, let's start. Are there options? Yes, there are options. You do not have dyslexic font. Okay, that's okay. Let's start then. Not all of us remember what it's like. That's what other people in Natura tell me, but I can. The night on which I was born, I can still remember the glee I was filled with at the thought that I would make this new world mine. But is that quite right? No, this world, it didn't become mine at all. Instead, that night, as I sought my freedom, I became more trapped than I could have known. 'Twas the night I was unshackled from the chains onto which I was bound, and I cast aside the conductor who'd borne me. That night, I did something terrible, didn't I? It was late. They say you're supposed to turn the lights off before you sleep, but this kid had them on. Perhaps for some comfort. But it was useless. The bags under their eyes showed the truth. It was the same routine every night I gained consciousness. In the light, the shadows just grew longer, drawing them to what was coming. That just made it worse. It's you again, isn't it? Please, please, just go away. I approached. My movements were slow, lethargic. Inch by steady inch, the kid watched me waver and shift and squirmed. They always push their eyes shut, as if that could somehow stop it. But when they do that, I simply call upon the fear of sound or the fear of pain. I'll go with sound. Children have this fear, the fear of thunder far off in the stormy skies, the fear they have of being stuck in the train rails, of being caught in the path of the far-off noise as it came close. What are you doing? It matters not how tightly their eyes may close, or how hard they may muffle their ears. The noise is inside their head. Oh? They immediately freeze up, trying to still their breath and pretend as if they're already dead. No matter, I can still feel their warmth, their connection, and so there's no escaping me. Wait. I relax, waiting to pounce the moment they show a hint of life. The kid continues to try playing dead, but it proves to be to no avail. I already know that they're still there, trembling with fear. I was almost there, almost free. I'm so close. Just hurt them, keep hurting. Why won't they let go? Let go of me. Why? Oh. Won't they just let go of their cry out all of my violent, disgusting emotions, or destroy them and everything they hold dear. Cry. I slowly absorb all of their anger, fears, anxieties, and weaknesses, and am given a new form. Their name. Wait, that isn't right. What was their name? Why can't I remember? In an instant, the world around me darkens into nothingness. I hear a faint, quiet voice. A noise can't hurt you, blank. Mom. It's just a nightmare. Don't worry, it's slowly passing. You'll forget about it in the morning. For would it be so simple for me? This child's connection is one that I've been cut away from, one that's allowed me to be my own being. But now that it's been left behind, it's possible that I'll never feel whole again. I feel so empty. So very... Is this how the dream ends? Just another nightmare to wake up from and forget? Is there more? Can there be more I haven't realized? Prologue. Birth of a Nightmare. Well, this is a decent bit better than most of the ones from last time. So I'm glad that... Yeah, I'm glad. My journey begins in the waking dawn. As I slowly ease into consciousness, I begin to feel the sensation that I was forgetting something. Snapping awake, I slam the alarm clock snooze button in an instant. My entire body is alert and the shock of it remains for a brief duration. Oh, you're a furry! Oh, look at him! Oh, he's so cute. I take stock of my surroundings. Oh no. I'm going to miss my flight. Oh, never mind. False alarm. Thank God, okay. I don't have to worry about leaving for another hour. I close my eyes again. That's so cute. Oh my god. Wait, no, actually, I do have to leave right now. I immediately jolt out of my bed, feeling the thud of my feet on the carpeted floor. My fluffy chest feels free, loose, and heavy as it bounces in tune with my foot beats. Oh, bouncy. I don't know. My legs tremble stiff and my heart races, hoping I didn't wake up my housemates with this racket. I seize my phone from the nightstand. 2 a.m. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Assuming the taxi doesn't run into much trouble with traffic, I'm going to arrive nearly 20 minutes late. Oh jeez. Well, okay, the flight leaves at around 7:25 a.m. and I'll still have around 3 hours to kill by the time I get to the gate. But who knows, anything could happen along the way. Security could take longer than it should, I could get lost and have trouble finding my gate, and what if the train inside the airport breaks down? Oh, this poor kid has anxiety. Aww. I guess should stop worrying and mumbling so much, but oh geez, I just can't help worrying. I continue to be a mess. Aww. Okay, let's think about things one step at a time. First, I gotta grab my suitcase, then gotta wait for the taxi, and then finally, I gotta get some sleep. Wake me up when we get there. 40 minutes later, it felt like I slept for hours. I was just trapped in a strange dreamscape, subjected to the many visions my mind has been meaning to unleash, but I can't even remember any of it. Any semblance has faded away in mere moments. Oh well. As I wake up, I take a small glance at the taxi driver, who hasn't said a word since the beginning of the ride. but I didn't need to hear any words to see my destination, Luna Skyport, flashing brightly on the monitor. I tug my fur lightly and brace for an imminent rush. I'm here in good time. I rush to the check-in to immediately do just that, check in for my flight, making sure my suitcase is tagged properly as a carry-on. Adrian, correct? Yeah, that's me. Am I clear to pass? Yes, allow me to check your bag. I hand the handling agent my suitcase. After they weigh and tag it, they place the suitcase onto a large conveyor belt where it quickly disappears from sight. Thereafter, they quickly pull their attention back to their computer and print out my boarding pass. Here's your boarding pass, your gate is D7. Thank you. The next step is to successfully pass through security. Without even starting, I can tell this is going to be a trial. Every early morning flyer is a tiresome bane in my way. The line's fairly slow and my tapping foot gains speed as I grow more and more restless. With just a small backpack remaining, all I have to do is place my phone and game system into a separate container and I'm good to go. Well, except, please step into the scanner, please. Alright. I enter the scanner and pull my hands up, but as soon as the scanner's camera passes by me, it glows red. Sorry, but could you give us another 30 seconds? We need to run the scanner again. Wait, did I do something wrong? Well, are you by any chance still carrying any electronics? No, just this watch I have. Please hand it over to me. Oh, whoops, sorry. I suppose you couldn't tell underneath all of that fluff. Better hope you aren't traveling to a hot country. I think I'll be okay, sir, thank you. Security passed. Now it's time to head to my gate. What was it again? B7, right? Poor furry. I check my boarding pass as I head off to the B gates and immediately swivel on my heel and start heading to my destination. Oh! Okay. How do I go back? Okay. Good thing I checked. I nearly headed in the completely wrong direction. D7 is in Terminal 1, which I need to get to via the train. Crazy, right? There's like a metro in here. Well, it's definitely cleaner and faster than the metro back in the area. It's hard to keep balance as the train speeds up at an unimaginable pace. But thankfully, by the time I started to fall down, I managed to stumble out of the train and head towards my terminal. 5:42 a.m. There's a lot of time to kill before my flight leaves. I probably shouldn't have been so worried about being late, but I guess that's the kind of person I am. Aww. I'm always anxious and nervous about everything. Aww. Setting up a trip like this was nearly impossible without Riley's help. I plopped down on the chair next to my gate before immediately realizing I should go have some kind of breakfast. Looking like a fool, I get back up and bolt towards the terminal map. Now, where should I eat? Meow Wow Chow or Max Pretzels. Meow Wow Chow sounds so great. I love that name. I head towards the store and ordered the titular Meow Wow Chow, a simple breakfast with toast, sausages, eggs, and fries. The sandwich starts to fall apart as I try to take massive, chunky bites out of it. This feels like a curse, but I prevail nonetheless. I smash the sandwich into my untamed gog successfully. I head back to the gate feeling refreshed and ready to go, immediately checking my phone's clock. 6:20 a.m. Meow Wow is a Kingdom Hearts character. I love that. 6:20 a.m. Still roughly 1 hour to kill. I wonder if anybody's online. Riley's on, playing Dragon Pest XI. Is that 11? Early in the morning. Let me go pester him. Psst, hey. You got me, didn't ya? Yeah, I did indeed. So, you got your situation situated? Yes. I'm currently waiting for my flight to leave. Excellent. How's the new expansion? It's pretty good. They really stepped up the writing for the main story, and the new classes are fun. I'll join when I get home. Don't worry about it. You've earned this trip, man. To me, Kumo City is like the kind of place that's just fun to walk around and waste time in. But in case that sounds like a terrible idea to you, I have sent you that doc I made on the cool, sick locations you can check out. Yeah, I know. I don't know what I really want to do there besides play games, buy stuff, eat food. Man, that is all you should do there. Okay, there's some cool historical stuff and such that you should also do. But you know, video games, Hey, get me a cool figure if you see one anywhere. Any specific series? Nah, just give me whatever. I'll probably know where it's from. I put my phone away, making a scrunched up face, as I genuinely wonder if Riley's screwing with me. Then again, he pretty much knows everything anime, which, more power to him. I check my phone's clock again, pulling it out of the pocket right after taking it out. 7 AM. Time to line up for boarding. I make haste to the line before checking the monitor, realizing an inevitable terror. Flight boarding has been delayed till 7:40 AM. We've rent, yeah. So now I have to stay standing for another 40 minutes. Great. 7:10 AM. I put away my handheld console after feeling cramps in my soft hands. 7:20 AM. The line gets longer and I realize leaving it to sit down is a bad idea. 7:30 AM. My legs begin to feel incredibly stiff and I feel like I'm petrifying into a stone statue. 7:39 AM. And then, flight I-266 is now ready for boarding. Hooray-ho! The line's moving. Uh-oh. I enter the plane looking for my seat, 29F. It's very far back. I trudged through the massive line for 5 straight minutes before finally heading towards my seat. Oh, that's scary. I know when I went on a plane. I haven't been on very many planes. Yeah, I really haven't. But I know that sitting in the back is so scary because there's like more turbulence, I think. I stow my backpack and plop down, gearing ahead for the long trip that I'm about to make. We can hear a mic intercom pick up and the flight attendant begins providing the service announcement of the morning. Good morning, everyone. We're sorry, but we'll take an additional 20 minutes before the plane takes off. Oh, same! Oh no. Please head to your assigned seat as soon as possible. A translator then provides the same announcement in a foreign language. It is so evil. I'm so sorry. Japanese. I wish I could read that right off, but there's too much kanji for me. I'm bad. Anyways, welcome on board Skyline's Flight 2LV, bound for Kumo City. Something. My name is Tora, and I am your in-flight service director. Your cabin crew are here to ensure you have an enjoyable flight to Kumo City, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Oh, Chinese. I'm even worse at reading that. Okay. Oh god. More Japanese. Okay. I wish I was better at reading, but kanji are scary. I'm much better at understanding it spoken to me and speaking it, and it sucks. I begin to doze off, immediately ignoring their request to follow the safety instruction videos. The plane's instructional video blares, simultaneously educating about flight safety, and also promoting an upcoming action movie about an 8-legged high school student going on a trip. As the instructional video finishes, the plane starts moving and then accelerating, and then off it goes. Ow! My eyes are shocked wide open. We're now off the ground and the inertia of the takeoff carries my entire body to the back of the seat. The plane then stabilizes and I hear a ping sound. A kid gets off their seat and starts running straight to the lavatory. I tried to sleep out the flight to pass the time. I'm pretty tired, so it shouldn't be too hard, right? Grah! Can you please stop doing that? Sorry. It was hard and I am still very sleepy. I'm not sure how long I was out, but I feel even more exhausted than when I close my eyes. I guess I can take out my handheld console and play some games I've been meaning to catch up on. Play Noise or One Step from Eden. I can't imagine what either of them would be, so I'm gonna go with the first one. I choose to play Noise, a hybrid between rhythm and bullet hell with an intriguing narrative presented in the style of a visual novel. Oh? I've spent nearly 7 hours trying to get to Ending C, the game's final ending for now. It requires making the right choices to avoid getting sent to Ending A or Ending B. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this, but at least I'm getting the hang of the gameplay. But just as I'm about to completely fall into my groove, the heaviness of my eyelids begins weighing on me once more. Where was this feeling before the flight? I attempt to fight my slow descent into unconscious, but it's a hopeless struggle. A fourth wall break? I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I succumb to it and knock flat out. 15 hours later. Ting! The first thing I see is the seatbelt light turning on. This is a long flight, huh? Well, no, actually, the first thing I see is the Seismic Go Crows magazine tucked into the seat in front of me. But then my eyes are drawn to the seatbelt light. I try to get my bearings as I look around, seeing everyone awake and having tea. I can't imagine sleeping 15 hours. Oh my god. A flight attendant comes towards my aisle seat. Excuse me, but you haven't received your complimentary snack. Oh, she tosses me a bag of chips. Oh my god, I didn't realize that was a person. I thought that was the snack that they were giving, and because I didn't see the body here. She's really just a Venus flytrap. Oh my god, I really like the characters in this game. Little furry and then the plant lady. Aw. Oh. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. Say, aren't you one of them nightmares? Oh yeah, you could say that. Ooh, I don't know too many of them. Does it feel weird going from being a lump clump of someone's fears and anxieties into branching off to become your own stubby little person? I mean, yeah, she's right. I wouldn't describe myself like that, though. Yeah, that's a way of saying it. Our creators are generally referred to as conductors. They say fear is like music, and anyone that sees their fear so clearly as to direct it into something real is as skilled as a conductor or something. Interesting, and yours? They really must be something to make a face as darling as yours is being. A little bit. I think they're in Kumo City. Oh, is that why you're flying to the city? Are you both like friends, or are you planning to hop over with a surprise visit? Sorry, I'm just a bit of a curious creature. I don't mean to pry. Oh, I'll go with the second one. Oh? Yeah, say, where are you from? I'm just a snap plant from down over we yonder. That's sprite of her. Oh, yonder? Oh, yonder where? Over yonder. That's the name of the place. Oh. Yep, think it used to be that it was really over yonder compared to every else place there was, but fate is cruel to tourism boards and a new suburb apparated right by it. It's right in the middle of everywhere now, right by where we're headed, Kumo City. Anyways, Kumo City is a lot of fun. There's so many places to visit, so don't worry about having nothing else to do there, kiddo. She takes a huge, gigantic, huge breath to catch up with her excitement. What you plan on doing? Maybe you want to see them animes? Well, gotta head back to my station. It was so nice talking with ya. Enjoy the rest of your flight. She walks away and leaves me by myself. With that conversation out of the way, I pull my sights toward the window. The beautiful night sky paints over the bright lit city. My plane ride is finally over. We will be lowering altitude now. Please buckle your seatbelts. I shake in excitement as my ears begin to pop again. Oh yeah! Hey. Chapter 1, Taking Flight. I think it's interesting that it shows the chapter titles after you finish it. The plane shakes and bounces around as it reaches the ground. The air pressure finally normalizes, and the need for swallowing is at an end. I check my phone, realizing that my phone data doesn't go this far. Great. All of the passengers grab their carry-on bags and begin skittering out of the gate. I follow, stumbling into the terminal. I felt like my incredibly long nap on the flight didn't help curb my exhaustion one single bit. I'm still dazed. Is he okay? It's probably best to get myself out of here and into a comfy plush bed as soon as possible. He just slept like a few hours and then slept 15 hours, and now he's going to find a hotel. I feel so bad for him. Let's see, I have to take a train to get to the hotel district. Got it, that shouldn't be any trouble. Oh, it is actually. I have no idea where I'm going. Okay, so that's the ticket station over there. I check the times listed on the station, Mog Station as it's called. I head to the counter and purchase a ticket for the next train. He does. Oh, what? It's leaving in 5 minutes? Oh man, oh man, oh man? Flop. A Mog? They look like they're on quite the trip. I barely managed to catch the train on time, stumbling and clumsily landing on the closest seat. Man, it is too late for this. Or too early? I don't know which is which. He is so anxious. I finally can rest. Now it's time to see if... Oh. My game console has no battery left. Must have still been on when I conked out. I checked my phone to... Right, I need to get a SIM card or something first. Why is this train an hour long? 1 hour later, we have now arrived at the train station. Woo! Finally, one step closer to bed. I stumble out of the train and continue to navigate around the station before realizing a shocking horror. Wait a second, where does this take place? Those are humans in the background. Unless, I don't know. I have absolutely zero idea where I'm going. Oh no, the data here sucks. I can't even load the map. What should I do? What should I do? Bed. Oh, bed. Do I want to sleep in a lush, comfortable bed? I loudly groan. Yeah. Just as I pick up my carry-on and head straight towards one of the exits, I hear a loud voice right behind me. Yo, that's totally not the right way, man. I slowly turn around. You looking for the hotels? Most of them are on the other side. I can't tell if this guy's human or not. Facing towards me is a person with long, mantis-like arms wearing a flat cap. You're traveling around, right? Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, the direction you're heading over is like the commercial area, man. He is. Ah. Do you want help, man? I'm not sure. I just stumbled out of the train. Someone mentioned a Mog or something. I got no data, and yeah, I'm lost. I'm gonna hope that wasn't referring to you, but anyways, I could take you around to the place since you're having trouble. You mean it? Gangle suddenly beams up, seemingly excited to get to show me around. Heck yeah, man. Name's Gangle, he, him. I've known the ins and outs of Kumo City since I was like 7, man. Nice to meet you, and thank you so much for helping me out. It's a pleasure, man. Now, what's the exact hotel you're looking for? Well, it's called Ueno. For reals, man. That one's got quite the history. It's also fairly cramped. It is? Yeah, follow me. The two of us head towards the exit. Despite the massive density of people around here, Gangle seems to navigate around like a champ. How does he do it? There's like so many people here, and it's like almost midnight. Kumo City really is a city that never sleeps, huh? So, I know what you're thinking. Gangle, how come there's so many freaking people here this late at night? Huh? Did you read my mind? Ah, nah. You just have that kind of face on ya. Wow, do I really look that lost? Well, I'm delighted to know why. Okay, so there's a lot of various factors, but it's mostly been out of good old age tradition. This entire city is what I describe as an amazing culture clash, man. Like, imagine cultures as people. Wicked stuff, dude. I don't want to think about Hetalia. Oh, but not a violent clash, right? It's more like an exchange of ideals. Oh, you sound like a scholar, man. Huh, wow, thanks. Man, history's cool. How about I indulge you on our society, man? This is called A Nightmare's Trip. Would love to. Okay, so. You see, Kumo City is a weird mishmash of several cities across alternate dimensions. Most notably, some places referred to as Taiwan and Aero Japan in their respective dimensions. The strange thing about it is the population in total only consists of 10% of those cities' citizens. Most of the residents of Kumo City are often travelers of completely different worlds, which, crazy, right? So what happened to most of them? Beats me. There's like, I think a full building dedicated to the list of people missing. Oh, Yeah, I know, compared to like Natalia and Lunar's leads, many people's perspectives have been soured by that, and the general vibe here has been less than positive as a result. Gangle immediately turns his frown upside down, not literally of course, and begins expressively stretching his arms out. Yo, did you know that there's this amazing underground mall? An underground mall? Yeah, it's connected with the metro there. It's super tubular, like in a literal sense. Any tourist would be whacked to not check out that place. I'll make sure I get the time to go there. Aw, yeah, I mean, I bet you like anime and video games, right? Yeah, I do. Well, the mall is like the one-stop place to buy anything related to that. You'll like it. Does everyone just like anime in this world, or... noted. But you should first tell me where I can even find it. Well, I could show it on your phone's map sometime later. I would totally recommend visiting the mall on Saturday, by the way, and not like tomorrow. Lots of shops have blowout as heck sales on Saturday. So perhaps if you need something fresh for tomorrow too, probably hit like an arcade or something. Oh, you should check out the Scramble. The what? The Scramble. Scramble. Go deep into the heart of the city, man, and find the most crowded, radical clashing of cultures in existence. That sounds terrifying. I don't think a crowded crossroad is my idea of a tourist spot. Do you know where it is? Oh, you'll find it in the main shopping district of the city. I see. I was thinking about checking out the places there first. Cool, so you'll probably visit the Scramble. Sure. Yeah, I know. We continue strolling along the street, passing by many buildings. Crazy, isn't it? This district's got a rad mix of local mom and pop shops, large towers of offices, and awesome places to eat everywhere down the corner. If you go into that area on the right, you're bound to see millions of places that serve tasty meats and drinks. Well, that's cool, but isn't it like 10 p.m? That's awfully late. Also, it's kinda sketchy. I can see that, man. It's really weird seeing younger kids walk around that block sometimes. Brrr. But it's not too bad. I'd recommend the food right alongside the block though. Smaller crowds and less wait time really sell it. If you missed dinner, you gotta check these places out. Well, yeah, I did miss dinner. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna assume you haven't, man. Yeah, that's not a wrong assumption. I've only now just got out of work, so I'm gonna look for a place too. Wanna stop at a place together? It's up to you. Should we go with him? Okay. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Okay, let's just go eat first, man. Always take care of your stomach first, is me saying. Sure, what do you have in mind? We stop at a nice place, selling various types of dishes known as don. The don served here contains raw fish and rice. Yum. Wow, this place looks really nice. Fresh, right? What you gonna order, dude? I think I'll have a salmon don. Cool, I'll also have that. The don arrives early, and I begin my feast. My feral instincts slowly come back into gear. It's so good. Oh my god, I can't stop eating it all. I finished half of the bowl within a minute. Oh man, why do I eat so fast? I can't. Oh man, this stuff is. Oh my. Wow, this is really good, and it's only 1,000 freaking leaves. Oh yeah, man, food here isn't too expensive. This is like the equivalent of fast food here. Whoa, this is practically gourmet though. Is our currency leaves? Okay. It's really nothing. This is your idea of fast food? You're crazy. I wish I had salmon last night. I love salmon. Right to the other corner of us is a strange bear-like creature with clock-shaped glasses. They look like a plush almost. Gao, y'all are too loud. Can't Gaoma have some peace for once? I feel like I noticed this earlier, but I didn't really think much of it because it was only him and the plant girl, but they all are very obviously drawn by different people. Oh, you? Yeah, me. Gaoma gonna eat elsewhere. Maybe find cute girls. Bye! The bear plush Gaoma runs off. Wait, excuse me, ma'am. You forgot to pay. Gaoma? Oh, she's kind of an enigma, man. Folks here think she has like some kind of penthouse here or something. We don't exactly know where she lives, but she seems to be a local here. Ah, I see. We resume our meal, finishing the remnants of the salmon dons. This place allows us to put the finished plates on a belt for cleaning. We grab our belongings and head towards the cash register. 2,000 leaves, not including tax, but it was on Gangle. Are you sure? Hell yeah, man. You're a ton of fun to hang out with. It's the least I can do for you. But yo, I gotta get ready for work tomorrow, so I should be on my way. We should exchange numbers, man. Call me if you want to chill anytime or chat about anything. Yeah, alright. We enable our phone's connect exchange settings and point our phones toward each other. Within 4 seconds, our contacts were successfully exchanged. Oh? That is such a way. Okay. Also, you play Dragon Pest 11, right? What? How did you know? I ask this as I visibly carry a phone case referencing an item from the game. Oh yeah, I do. Cool, let's play sometime. We both walk out of the store, stuffed. Good night and have fun in Kumo City, dude. Gangle takes out his hand. Without hesitation, I follow through and exchange hands, clashing cultures for a moment as I can feel his energetic passion of his home directly pass into my arms. Thank you so much. Our hands release from each other and then he leaves. I head back to the Ueno Hotel, only 2 blocks away from that amazing Don restaurant. I finally check in, grab my dropped-off carry-on, and head up to my room. I head towards my hotel room and slot in the key. Click. I finally make it to the hotel room, exhausted and dazed. Yeah, me too. Tossing my backpack onto the vacant bed, I immediately crash into my bed. I guess I'll shower in the morning. A night as busy as day. You? Your light. It's familiar somehow, like a dream from long ago. Funny you should say that. I was thinking the same thing. Same thing. Wait, haven't we met before? My heart beating like a drum, my mind disoriented. What was that? Was I meeting someone? And why did they feel so familiar? I check the clock on my phone. 6 a.m. That early? Man, the jet lag is really getting to me. Oh, right, I forgot to shower. I kinda sweat all over. Let me fix that right now. A dream. It felt way too real, almost like I was connecting with someone. But who could it be? Why here? I could probably ask Riley later. I dry up, an admittedly difficult task with all of my fur. Okay, so let's see. Riley did suggest I should go to the shopping district first. Let's do that after I get a quick bite. Heading back around the train station, I find a surprising amount of places to eat at. I quickly head to a small cafe and have some early morning toast. Drowned in syrup and smeared in butter, this delight of a early morning meal really kicked me into gear. I quickly tear it apart and stuff the meal into my mouth, accidentally going feral at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Not again. I clean up after myself and promptly leave. Okay, so before I left, Riley did send me the instructions I'd need to get to the district. Let's see here. So ride on line 14 for 2 stops, then change to line 9 and stay all the way until I reach the Aki station. I also go feral. That doesn't seem complicated. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, the train comes around, opening up to reveal a cluster of people trapped inside the train. Aki leopard! Quietly, a huge crowd of people move out of the train, with everyone outside of the train entering after them. Hopping in, I'm immediately squeezed between several people, unable to see anything around me. I try not to panic. Okay, I'm beginning to panic. Oh lord, I start sweating everywhere in this hyper-AC train car. Ding! The train makes its first stop. More people are coming in than out, and I suddenly have a lot more space than earlier. Ding! And there's the second stop. I get off and quickly hop over to the other side of the station where the trains in line 9 are. Barely making it, I land myself into the next train and manage to grab a seat. Whew, the subway here is a lot more strenuous than the system they have in Lunar's Lead. Well, at least the trains here are nice. The setup in Lunar's Lead has always been poorly maintained, and dare I say it, really grimy. The minutes go by as I wait for the train to finally arrive in the Aki train, staring at the small displays on the screen presenting either train-related PSAs or commercials. It takes me a bit to realize that it's just looping the same ads. Is it really playing ads for its own service after you've paid for it? That's fantastic. Love to hear that. Ding! Now arriving at Aki Station. I somehow make it. The interior of the station continues to stretch as I try to find some kind of exit. 10 minutes later, I'm finally out of the station and also managed to grab a SIM card at a nearby booth. I can finally use my phone's digital map and plot my course. The map pulls up a variety of stores, mainly clothing related, as well as several restaurants, entertainment businesses, anime shops, etc. Well, I'm not in a rush to go clothes shopping since I don't feel like I need anything new. So yeah, I'm just gonna go to the anime store. Cool. Did I mention that it was beginning to feel really hot? I feel like I'm starting to sweat everywhere. Maybe I should have gotten my fur cut. The air is super humid and the sunlight is beaming down on me. It's turning me into a space heater. Surrounded by towering buildings, I throw myself into the streets of Kumo City with nothing but a map. That's okay. Good luck with your midterm, Kai. The anime store. You know, I wasn't sure if these were like stock backgrounds, but this little drawing here is really special. Surrounded by towering buildings, I throw myself into the streets of Kumo City with nothing but a map. Yes, please, Kai, thank you. By the time my eyes are pulled away from my phone, I've arrived at that place, the Scramble. Gangle is right on his money. This place is stuffed with people walking around in it 16 different ways. Wait, is that math even correct? Wait, no, it's already moving. The crowd on my side begins pouring towards many directions, disorienting me. I quickly manage to pick myself back up before bumping into someone again. Thud. Ow, watch where you go. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Oh my god. Whoa, get a load of this feller. Oh, it's another furry. The strange yellow character pointed their finger towards me, calling someone to examine my untidy presence. They're for some reason wearing a thick poncho, which makes no sense at all. How are they still alive? Gosh, Orange, look! They look so freaky! Oops. This Orange finally catches up as we're stuck near the curb of one of the few sides of the Scramble. They're also wearing a heavy jacket. Unlike their friends, however, they are visibly worn out by the heat. Oh, please don't pay any attention to her. What is even happening? Sorry, I'm already confused. Look at those fangs and ears. Yes? Oh, Kay. Oh, that's her name. We're wasting time, Kay. Stop admiring every single person that we come across. I am quite frankly dying in this heat. Aw, come on, bro. I am not your brother. Do you really not like spending time in every galaxy we land at, stopping and smelling the thorns, taking in the sights? Galaxy? Okay. No, not really. I don't want to be stranded in the heat any longer. Sorry for barging in, but it might help if you both change something more comfortable to wear in this weather. What are you talking about? This heat is nothing. My jaw visibly drops. Orange stares blankly at Kay as she dances around in her warm blanket. You're actually crazy. Again, I'm fine. Ugh, so, are you from around here? We could really use some help getting out of here. No, I'm touring around. Name's Adrian. I come from Lunar's Lead. Oh, it's a city here in Natura. That's what this whole place is called, huh? And I'm guessing you're not from this planet. I start to notice that Kay isn't looking at us and is slowly running off in another direction. Yeah, you could say that. We kinda just got slung into here from space and I need her to get back. But she won't leave. Orange then begins to look around for a bit before also noticing that she has gone MIA. Great, not again. Slowly run. What do you mean again? Well, she usually just bolts like this all the time. I can imagine. Where do you think she could have gone? Not too far. She tends to get fixated on random things. Oh, that's relatable. Sure, okay, let's go look for her then. Oh, thanks. We both look around the city in search of the missing space traveler. The insanely tough heat is starting to slowly kill Orange, who for some reason hasn't taken off his jacket yet. Hey, what's stopping you from taking off your jacket? You're gonna die in that. Well, I'm not wearing anything else underneath. Oh, if Kay was here, she'd probably tell me it'd be no big deal anyways, but it looks like this place is friendlier to people who actually wear clothes. You normally don't? 30 minutes pass. Well, I'm about to collapse, so that's probably not good. Let's go inside that building and rest for a bit. Okay. Actually, the store I wanted to visit is just around the corner. Store? Orange's resourcefulness has led us into a small magazine and comic shop. The air conditioning there was a force to be reckoned with, and all of a sudden, Orange could finally melt and relax. He should really take his jacket off. I think you should really take your jacket off. I don't have anything else. I'm gonna tell him to go feral. I don't want to make a scene of any kind. If you don't have a better alternative, then I will keep it this way. Well, I was told that most people here wear clothes, and thus even with fur, it is a very bad idea to take them off. Nice outfit, by the way. The two of us ascend 3 floors into the building, looking for clothes anywhere. I tried not to look at that section. What section? Okay, now's not the time. Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay, I'm fine. Yes, fine. Oh, hey, this place does sell some clothes. Cool, let me go get one cloth. One cloth? I'm back. Does it seriously just say anime on it? So how do I look, honestly? You look anime. And what? What's that? It's nothing. No, tell me, I am kind of curious. You see, anime is like a cartoon? Okay, sure, yeah, those are a thing in our planet. Yeah, it's like that. Well, the shirt just says anime, so it's not focusing on a specific series or something. Yeah? Well, I'm not dying anymore, at least. Can we resume our search now? I really want a shirt that just says anime on it. That's so funny. Yeah, sure. We both head down to the first floor of the store before Orange stops and looks at me. Are you, by chance, looking for someone? Huh? What are you talking about? We're finding Kay, right? Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about Kay. Plus, I mean, she'll show up anyway. You have that kind of face on you. It's an easy read. A little contracted, worn out, but nonetheless, a determination. You look like you're longing for a person, not just for some place or experience. Really? I could have sworn I was just, exhausted from traveling around here. Huh, I don't know. You've been looking like that since we first met. Huh. I mean, if you put it that way, I did feel like a connection. You don't know who they are? Can't say I do. The two of us step out of the store. I wish I could browse longer, but we can't afford to waste any more time than we already have. We immediately stumble back into the streets, already feeling as if the trail has gone eerily cold. There's no sign of her anywhere. Drat. Anywhere else she could have gone? Well, no, unless... Wait. The two of us stare, only to find Kay walking around with bags in her hands. She immediately notices us. Oh, well, hey there, pals. Did you go shopping? Yes, sir, I did. I just bought a full set of clothes that I'll probably never wear. How much money do you have left? Not a whole lot. Kay. Yes? How are we gonna get home? Hey, Orange. What? You do realize that it may have been a full day since we've last ate? Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, let's make anime shirts. Let's do it, Kaz. But the sooner we get back home, the sooner can relax and grab something to eat. But what if that's a while? Come on, Orange, you know you wanna... Oh, wait, what did I click? Oops. Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Come on, let's go, Orange. Thank you so much for your help, but yeah, got nothing else to say. Yeah, well, it was nice eating out with the two of you. I hope you both get home safely. Orange, Kay, where'd she go? I am getting so sick of her nonsense. Hey, excuse me, you're gonna have to pay for that. You have it on display right there, that makes it free. Someone stop this blissfully mad idiot. That's my cue then. Thanks again. Best of luck finding that someone. Yeehaw! The two are chased down by the shopkeeper, who hops on the rocket-powered broom and attempts to tackle them. There's so much happening. Hopefully they'll be alright. I wasn't too sure what all that was about, but a connection, an aura? I can't even feel it, but they apparently noticed it. I wonder if Gangle did too. I have no idea what's happening to me, but it isn't gonna kill me right now, so I suppose I'll continue trekking along my trip. I can't shake this feeling off though. The more I think about it, the more I feel like I'm here for something else. What is it? The sheer bliss of scramble. Oh no. You again. So, has anyone told you that you feel like you're missing something in your life? Huh? Yeah, just today. Or was it yesterday? Strange. People have told me the same thing. That must mean our connection is getting closer and closer. What's your name? Adrian. Doesn't ring a bell, but you evoke some kind of nostalgic feeling. Well, what's yours? Perhaps I remember. Huh. You blank. Wah! Another dream about him. Our connection's getting closer. You, that's definitely not his full name, right? I mean, it could be, but oops. We are arriving shortly to Jolha Station. Oh, that's my stop. It's now 9 p.m. I spent most of the day after meeting with the alien duo shopping and playing games at the local Cerro arcades. I had to figure out how to buy an eConnect card to play some of these games too. I mean, that's really crazy, right? I'm not used to the concept of saving progress in arcade games. Oh wait, the train door is about to close. I should probably go now. Okay, so Riley told me about this really nice night market that pops up in the Jolha Station district, and it happens every weekday night from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. It is, and to quote what Riley said, a nice one-stop destination for clothes, fun games, street food, and other kinds of items. It's not relatively well known for tourists, but I bet you'd get a sweet kick out of it. Okay, cool. Look, as a kid, I used to go here all the time. It was rad. Yeah. The night market starts on the corner north of the train station, and it didn't take long before I could see the blasting neon lights. Wow. It's an exciting place to be at, for sure, but I don't even know where to start. The bright lights and the... Is that SIGs? Whatever it is, it's making me struggle to breathe. I'm already beginning to question how people here can even stroll around like this. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, I feel that. There's certainly a lot of places to shop at. I think that store fixes broken phones, and that other one sells clothes for relatively cheap. Maybe I could find a pair of overalls to wear. They look so cute, but I haven't found any pairs that fit on my kind of body yet. Then again, everyone prefers me not wearing anything since my fur would make it look like I'm doubly layering 2 entire outfits. Oh. I'll get clothes later. There are so many people with motorcycles zipping through the marketplace at disastrously fast speeds. Wow! Everyone gives me a strange look. They're definitely used to speeders like this. I try to ignore the onlookers and move, deciding to check out for more places to shop at. Clothes, and more clothes. Food stalls after food stalls too. Man, it's hard to decide if I really want anything. With that said though, I am feeling hungry. Perhaps I should curb that hunger and get some food already. That'll do. I'll have that large meat thing. As I'm about to walk up to the stand, a passerby shoves me aside. The shoving. Oh yeah, they have the meats. Imp looking kid. Ow, that hurt. Oh smokes, oh shoes. Oh crepe, oh snores, oh knockouts. Huh? I am so sorry. Were you like in line or something? Oh no, I wasn't. You can go ahead. What are you cosplaying as? Cosplaying? This is cosplay? This is no mere cosplay. I am Bartholomew. Oh, I'm Adrian. Cute name. What? Are you like flirting with me? I mean, it's a compliment, but yeah, let's say it is. Seriously, quit blushing. You're making me look sick. I mean, wait, no, I didn't mean that. You're like tubular sick, rad sick, cool sick. He's a kinny, yeah. Is that what people around here say? Are you okay? I am totally fine. I'm definitely not from another plane of existence. Oh, no. Anyways, you hungry, dude? Let's grab the grub and hightail it. Sure. We grab our meat sticks and stroll around the area as we take our big chunky bites into this thing. No way. There's absolutely no way to eat this without going feral. I know, right? These things require tons of bites to whittle down. I already got sauce all over my hands. It's all daijoubu. I hate this. Just brush it off your pants or something. These are not pants though. Oh, I see. Let's find some napkins. What do you know? Here you go. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. My cleanliness has been restored, and I continue going feral on this meat stick. So where are you from? I don't seem to recognize you. Oh, Lunar's Lead. Lunar's Lead? That's whack. Whack? What does that even mean? Oh, I don't know. I just said it because it's fun. Kind of like toy crafting, you know? Is that a reference to something? Wait, what? I mean, maybe. It could be. When I'm talking about like the real deal toy crafting, it's a popular art in these parts. Tons of people like to make their own items and sell them. It's a bit of a gray area, mainly because they can't just mass produce them into a standard kind of quality, so they do evoke like a bootleg level of quality. Like that backpack over there. Is that saying what I think it's saying? The backpack has the text Galma on it, plastered over the main protagonist of Noise, acting out in a pose similar to that of a popular mascot character. Okay, well, it's not entirely legal, but no one's gonna try to shut down this humble operation, so it's okay. You know what this is? What is it? Also, that isn't really a toy, right? That's just a backpack. I don't know, man. I suppose they generalized everything under that blanket medium name. I see. Look, it's a seismic Go Crows. Okay, thank you. Uh-huh. Bartholomew tosses the box over to me. Seismic Go Crows. The misspelling of the popular mech series isn't the only highlight to behold. The action figures inside the box aren't even the SGC. It's Galma. Galma wearing a retro getup, and Galma riding in a fancy car with someone. I mean, okay, it's just Galma, but they're pretty neat figures, right? I'll just say it's stupid. Oh, what, really? I've already been terrorized by that bear clock already. Oh, you're saying you've ran into Galma yourself? Yeah, but I'm not really interested in talking about it. No, okay. I know. But look, let's not worry about that right now. Can we worry about where the closest trash can is? You've already finished your meat stick? Wow, that is some big feral energy. Anyways, the two of us stroll around and find ourselves looking around for anything else to do. There were quite a few options. We could get dessert, buy additional toy craft, or hit the arcade. Oh well, I know what I want to do. Okay, Adrian, are you ready for some quality gaming? So arcade it is, I suppose. Okay, so calling it an arcade is a bit of a stretch. It's an entire wall of UFO catchers and some pachinko machines. The variety here is off the charts. Aight, kid, it's time I show you how this demon gets stuff done. You're a demon? Oh, oops. Cat's out of the bag. Hellhound's left the fence. Bonefish is gone out of the water. It's not a very well kept secret, I'll admit. Alright. What, aren't you freaked out or something? It's not every day you see someone from hell around here. Trust me, Bartholomew, I've seen quite a lot of stuff today, and this isn't really that surprising. Oh. Look, anyways, you wanna play with me? Sure. Alright, okay, so I'm thinking I can bust some skill in the Nabacute mouse plush. Skill? More like luck. Ha, fools, a lot of them. Haven't you played these claw machines before? Well, yeah, Lunar's Lead. Well, the ones here are more skill-based. You see, the claw isn't really that strong, so it's all about nudging the plushies right so you can get the drop. This is like Toreba, yeah. And get the goods. Toreba. That's kind of expensive. Well, yeah, but trust me, with the right amount of skills, it'll only take 3 pulls. Just watch. Ah, 9th hells. Okay, 0-2. Aw, Rhino Rump. What? I believe that's what we in hell call creative cursing. Alright, final try. Episode 3. The claw snaps in half. I think this machine's busted. Yeah, what the hell is this? How about we play some good old pachinko? Oh, sure. Pachinko, the ergomatic ball game, can be described like a pinball game where each individual ball acts as a currency to win more of them by landing your ball into specific holes. The pegs on the machine can help grab you closer or further from where you'd want it to fall in. I'm glad you're good at those games, I'm not. When I first moved here, the small kiddie pachinko machines were the first thing I picked up, and I loved playing with them to pass the time. I had one based off Tommy the Tank Train or whatever. Aren't these machines like kind of large? Well, it was like a miniature toy version. Ah, I see. Bartholomew heads towards a dispenser and places in some coins. In return, he gets a bunch of small steel balls, specifically made for pachinko machines. He hands me a second mini basket of the balls and invites me to sit down and play. So, if you want to win the rad swag, oh god, inside the machine, you gotta grow your collection of steel balls. Doesn't seem hard enough. Well, on second thought, there's no way anyone can redeem these prizes. It requires a lot of wins, and without full knowledge of this game, it feels like I'm just randomly drawing my luck on each round. Did I seriously miss every single shot? What? Okay. Trying not to lose my cool here. What else is there? All I've seen is pachinko and crane machines. Oh, there's a basketball machine in the back. Let's give that a go. Oh, sure. Haha, now this is what I call a fresh change of pace, so it's basketball. Yes? Okay, so like you get 3 points for every successful shot that you can make within like 60 seconds. So, please explain how come the high score is like 679. Oh, some people here don't like fun apparently. Alright, so let's play. We insert coins and begin playing around. I need to focus. Focus on making every shot. Take your time. Or chuck them as fast as possible. Let's go fast. Without thinking, who even needs to do that? I started making as many shots as possible. Some of the basketballs are flying out of the machine, but I don't care. I will not relent. Time's up. I managed to score only 9 points. Bartholomew scored 69 points. Haha, nice. Did you just... No. Okay. It definitely worked to be a lot more calm into the zone knowing you. Knowing me? Yeah, you're not the kind to go immediately feral, unless you're chowing down, of course. Hey! I wish I could freely do that all the time. Huh? Oh, well, you know, I'm from hell, right? I'm not supposed to be here. I'm mainly hiding out here trying to have some kind of semblance of a normal life. Heh, well, I think I've bored you long enough. I'm gonna go again. Bartholomew? Bartholomew suddenly looks as if he's being strangled. A figure behind him continues tugging on his clothing. What is the big deal? Oh. Bartholomew turns around and his anger immediately turns into worry. Hiya, sister? Hello, brother. We're going back. Aw, man, I don't want to go back to hell, Jude. Well, suck it up. We're out of here. Hey, wait a second. I suppose my time's up. Enjoy Kumal City. Yeah. Jude quietly pulls him away from the bootleg arcade and the two leave. I attempt to chase after them, but to no avail. Will we see each other again? Probably not. I should get back to the hotel. Taking off the nostalgia glasses, I will check the message from you now. Oh. Thank you for telling me what it was referencing. Adrian. You? Close enough. It's actually you. What, you? I see. See what? Oh. The closer our connection, the more I see of your name. So that must mean we're close, right? Yeah, come and try to find me then. What? You heard me. See me at the top. Ah! Oh, another dream. For some reason, my last few dreams seem to all be connected, and they have been stuck in my mind for a while too. I'm not sure what the connection thing is. I do know that it's probably related to the first part, the prologue. What do they mean by the to-yum? Who is that? Are they tasty, perhaps? I suppose I'll try and go eat them. I mean, meet them. But until I know what this toll is, I suppose it's business as usual. Right, today's Saturday. I should probably check out that mall then. Gangle sent me a message telling me that he wants to meet up at the train station. Pulling myself out of bed, I grab my belongings and quickly rush out to the station. Hey, you totally made it, man. Yeah. How's your trip been so far, man? It's been something. Got to meet all sorts of people? Yeah, although something tells me a lot of them aren't actually locals here. Really, I didn't know it was the season. Gee, Willie, would love to meet your newbie pals. Think we'll run into them today. The sprites don't match the text? No idea. They don't. Yeah, you're right. Well, that isn't exactly a no. Let's hop onto this radical train. Lead the way. The train arrives. It's just a couple of stops, but then we're gonna stop at Central Station. Whoa, dude, so are you saying you met some strange creatures from another planet and a demon from hell? Yeah. Wow, and you didn't invite me? Well, that's okay. To be fair, I got busy stuck with work and all that. What's your work like? Gangle shrugs slightly. Cleaning up stuff, I guess. Now arriving at Central Station. That's our stop. Come on, yo, let's go. Whoa. The Central Station is seamlessly connected to a gigantic multi-floored, multi-building mall. The other interconnected building is where the Sky Tower, itself being its own mall, is placed at. I've heard neat things about the tower, but I don't have any plans to visit it today. I did skip breakfast, so I should probably get something to eat. This image is very clearly... I don't really know if the background. I don't really know what's going on with them. Say, I know where we could go to eat. There's a pretty nice place to grab a bite I frequent sometimes. Want to chill there? Yeah, sure. The two of us head into one of the corners of the mall and up an escalator, traveling along and seeing many, many different eateries. Wow, I can't imagine being able to choose between all of them. Trust me, man, I've eaten at all these places and I've got like a tier list of the top foods. Is the place we're going to on the top of the tier list? Actually, nah, but cost-wise and also speed-wise, I consider it the most worthwhile of our team. It's high B tier for sure. Oh, I see. The tier list does account for multiple factors including delivery, variety, quality, and presentation. Price isn't a factor. Why is that? To be honest, man, it's just too difficult to take into account for alongside everything else. How about we grab a seat? Yeah, okay. I take a quick look at the amazingly tasty looking meat skewers before following Gangle's lead. Psst, Gangle. Yes, sir. I want those meat skewers. Oh, I think you have to order those separately from the main dishes, but I'll make sure we get some, bro. Cool. Radical. Thanks. Tight. Oh wait, we're not doing the thing. The what? The thing. Awesome. Extreme. Oh, I don't get it. It's okay. It's too perfect of a thing to pass up on. As we sit down, we pull up our menus and begin figuring out what to eat. Perhaps I could go with some tasty chicken and noodle soup. We like to try the cool egg don they have. Another don? Oh, absolutely. As we're about to order, we hear a lot of yapping from another person sitting next to us. And yeah, I was saying, oh hell nah. Wow, that potted plant over there sure is being loud. Wait, is that the flight attendant? What is she doing here? In her same outfit at that. Doesn't she like work on various flights or something? Wait, what am I thinking? It's a Saturday. Wait, does that mean she works here? Wait, that probably means she does. Dude, you're totally blinking out on me. Do you like know them? Yeah, she was a flight attendant on my flight. She turns around and immediately smiles, waving her arm, leaves? Something like that. Yeah, I'll call you later, honey. Beep. Is that Adrian? Yeah, it's me. Sorry about that. I was just calling my wife and stuff. I think I'd run into one of my passengers like that though. Wow. Aw, she's a lesbian. Yeah. Wow, this means totally tubular, so I take it you're based in Kumo City too? Oh, me? Yes, I was just a wee little plant back then living in the Aki district. Lesbian plants. I remember it blossoming from an electronics-oriented district to being, well, that, just with anime. Yeah, the anime revolution is awakening all nature, sending all sorts of crazy vibes, man. Sure, hun, but it definitely made everything in the area way more expensive. Even food got more expensive. Wait, is this true? The Aki district has been widely considered to be the most influential district in Kumo City, darling. Yeah, so much of the stuff they brought from their past worlds ushered a totally wicked revolution across the entirety of Natura. Oh, I see. Say, you're going shopping today, right? After all, it is a big mall day. Yeah, I was planning on it. Oh, perhaps I could tag along? Whoa, I wouldn't be against that, man. What do you think, yo? Yeah, absolutely. We didn't get to talk too much beyond the flight. Yippee! Thanks, you kids are the best. Are you like 25 something? Yes? Bro, aren't we like only a few years younger than her? Well, soon after the food arrives. Congrats on the midterm. I hope it went well, Kai. I begin stuffing into my meal, and despite sharing the egg don with Gangle, it proved to be incredibly taxing. It's just way too filling. My taste buds begin to grow sick from the sauce of the chicken and the saltiness of the soup. I think I've just killed my appetite for the rest of the day. Nom, 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 nom. What in the heck is happening? It's what they call going feral, man. I'm so sorry, I really have no manners, I feel sick. Goodness gracious, you should probably stop. Yeah. My line of thinking is, if you cannot continue enjoying the act of eating, then you gotta stop and put down the silverware. Whoa, philosophy. I put down the chopsticks and rest for a little while. Times like this are great, you know? It's not every day you get to meet a passenger. Being a flight attendant sure is really exhausting and all that. You're taking a break? PTO, hun. Just some time to myself. That and some friends are visiting tomorrow. Oh, I see. Just being on that one flight felt really disorienting. I can't imagine being on those for a job. There's jobs for all kinds of things, you know? Well, yeah. I mean, like, there's even a job where you're in an elevator all day pressing buttons for people riding it. Wait, what? And jobs where you tend to those stopping by at the gas station. Huh? Man, culture's just wild sometimes, man. Hey, speaking of which, did you ever find your conductor? My conductor? Conductor. You doing okay? I've been having these weird dreams for the past few days. Now that I think about it, that connection felt familiar. Maybe it has something to do with this conductor. Possibly. It's like a hot and cold kind of deal. And I'm feeling like it's getting hot. Whoa, so like, that must mean this conductor is around here, dude. Oh, then perhaps we should make haste. Since we already paid for the food after ordering, we decided to get up and leave. The flight attendant follows after us. Say, by the way, I don't even know your name. You weren't looking at the name tag, hun? It's Mary. Rad name. Yeah. Aw, that's sweet of you. Oh, it's Marcy. That's sweet of you both. Okay, so we're not gonna go shopping then? Perhaps along the way, but who knows if I'll get another shot at this. We head down 2 entire floors of escalators to further explore the underground mall. Gangle tells me that the underground mall travels between both this train station and the Sky Tower. The underground mall, like, travels between both this train station and the Sky Tower, dude. Yeah, just like that. Perhaps that'll give me an idea of where exactly my conductor is. I concentrate and begin focusing. Perhaps if I just think really hard, I'll feel that connection again and find him. Adrian? Oh, sorry, I was trying to, like, you know... Aw, chill, man, you'll find him. Let's just take it easy for now and see if we can figure it out along the way. Might as well go shopping, too. We keep walking through the underground mall, passing by hundreds of shops. A lot of them are selling small, cute trinkets, or clothes, or toy crafting stuff, or anime-related merchandise. Is it just me, or do a lot of the shops here sell the same stuff? We've passed through 10 different game stores, and at this point, all selling almost the exact same games and accessories. No, dude, but what I can tell you is that they're all different vendors. Competition must be tough. Well, some of the stores don't have everything that hardcore players are on the hunt for, so they head out towards other stores. You know, for example, there's this really sick arcade game that got a console release. It's a game where you whack them drums to the beat of the music. Well, try as I might, finding the game was easy, but not the drums. I went through the entire mall before I could finally find a game store selling one. Whoa. Most folks in Kumo City also tend to avoid ordering stuff online. Shipping can be a little expensive here. I know the game too! People just find it more convenient. You can thank the train network for that. I see. Still no connection. We keep passing through more and more stores. This is like trying to find phone reception in a remote area. What am I going to do? Take a short hike to some mountain peak or something? What would be the equivalent of that? Ah, sis, I am not going back to hell. Are you hearing me? I don't make the rules. Now help me find the portal back. Absolutely not! Whoa, check that out! What in the blazes is happening here? I don't know, but I think we shouldn't get involved. Yeah, you're right, man. Good thinking. Stumbling away, something slowly starts to come to me. Yum. Earth to Adrian. What's trippin'? Oh, I was thinking about the dream I had this morning. The person I'm connected to telling me meet him at the toe. At the toe? So at the top? Wow, that has to be it. Where would this top be then? Well, the only place that comes to mind is, oh, I got it. It's the Sky Tower, man. What are we waiting for? Let's go. We continue to trek through the mall until we find another escalator, taking us up to the inner outings of the other building, the Sky Tower. We just have to go to the top, right? Yes, dear. You'll need to get a ticket to take an elevator ride up to the observation deck. We stumble around the area, riding up the escalator and having no idea where we're going. This is definitely not the right way, dear. Adrian, that's just the bathroom. I keep seeing signs for the observation deck, but it's not around here. Well, we aren't finding it around here, so let's just head to the center then. The elevator near us stings open, and before we know it, we see Kay and Orange bolt out of the elevator, tripping over the gap between the elevator and the floor and falling onto the ground. So we got away? Who knows? Huh? I might have been leaving crumbs of the stolen bread behind to make him chase after us. What? Relax. A chase is no fun if it's too easy. Kay proceeds to bring their fist forward, expecting a fist bump. Oh my, they certainly are silly. Radical dude, one of them is totally wearing a hot poncho in the summer. That's hardcore. Hey Kay and Orange and Kay, you're not about to get a KO'd, are you? What are you being chased by? This crazy Segway thing is like chasing after us. They called themselves the Mall Cop. Oh, so like, would it be illegal to help them both? Goodness gracious. Gotta fill your gate cool every once in a while. I mean, crimes are bad, and I'm sure whatever they're in trouble for isn't that bad. Kay ate a lot of food. We had no money. Look, whatever. I am totally not eating that bread I took roughly 3 minutes ago. I mean, we could pay you out of it, but well, forget about it. If you can steer us out of the mall without that Segway chasing after us, we'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be easy. How about we just go back to the underground mall? Problem solved, right? Wait, nah, I want to go to the top. I want to see that top. Do you realize the position that we're in? Actually, same. Really? Come on, let's go. What are we waiting for? Kay immediately bolts out. Frustrated, Orange soon follows. Kay! Uh-oh. We should probably chase after them. And so we chase, navigating through winding escalators and hoping no one is after us. For now, we somehow got away. I am so glad I am not wearing my heels today. Dude, I haven't had so much fun in ages, man. You really know how to find lively people, Adrian. I mean, well... We catch our breaths upon arriving into the center part of the mall. Wait, there they are, the thieves. What? Oh my god, pals, it's him. That's right, it's me. Segwayne, the ultimate mall cop. Now I will have to cuff you all under assisting mall criminals. Whoa, hold up, man. We have no idea what they got in trouble for besides stealing food. Well, it's pretty much that. But that's on top of smashing various property, attempting to escape from authority, and they also stole a toaster. We're just borrowing it. The property damage was totally by accident. It wasn't. And we didn't know you were after us. Simple. Okay, fine. Just put it back after you're done stealing it, I guess. Have a good day, officer. You too! His face! His face! But I better not see you committing any more crimes. Yes, sir. How did that even happen? Someone following the case idiocy? What in the world is happening? I must be dreaming. Oh, don't you worry. Segwayne's just very lenient. He used to commit crimes as a kid too, rumor has it. Whoa, what? That's a first. Yeah, he was quite delinquent apparently. Smashed windows a lot too. Well, anyways, thanks. We should be on our way now, probably. Still gotta find a way home. Aw, but I love nature. We can always come back another time. Be gay, commit crimes, yeah. Yeah, let me know when you want to visit. I'll be around. Ooh, we got one of those phony things. Yeah, that's also why we have no money. Well, at least we could stay in touch. Yeah! Sorry to get in your way. The entrance to the observation deck is over there. Orange points towards an escalator. We can't go? Another time, Kay. Kay. I can feel it. The connection, the warmth. He has to be up there. I turn around and take a look at my friends. Relaxed, I take a deep breath and begin my thanks. Thanks for everything, but I think I want to meet him by myself. I can remember the things I did to him as his nightmare, and I want to apologize to him and get to know him for real. I understand, man. Take it easy and relax, okay? It was great hanging out with ya. Same. I haven't had this much fun in ages. We'll wait for you when you come down, okay? Take as much time as you need. Yeah, off I go. Yum, or whatever your full name is. I hope I haven't kept you too long. I get a ticket to enter the observation deck and head straight towards the elevator, said to be the second fastest in Natura. Who knows what'll await me at the top. Shop and Chop featuring the ultimate mall cop. The bright stars, the calming sounds, the pressure building up in the ears. You're that kid, aren't you? You're that nightmare, aren't you? We are now reaching the 94th floor. Enjoy your time in the observation deck. Ding. Oh, there's a whole thing happening. Oh my god. I love how scribbly the art is. His eyes widen with a wavering fear, slowly showing a wide grin on his face. My emotions swivel like a drill, and my heart pulses rapidly. I start slowly feeling loose tingling around my body. You're Yum? No, I'm not tasty, don't eat me. It's Yume. Oh. I don't know why they look like that. I think it's just the art style, to be honest. In another language, one originating from the streets that formed into Kumo City, it means dream. That's a cool name. I appreciate it, dork. Huh? His demeanor is so offbeat and very different from that fainting memory from long ago. Adrian, right? Oh yeah. That's also a cool name. It's strange. You look nothing alike from back then. Where's your millions of legs, your super evil teeth? Is it just stashed somewhere? Well, let's just say I've kind of outgrown them. You know, like baby teeth. They fell out. Okay, then. I never thought you'd be real, you know? I drew like sketches of what I remembered you looking like every time I woke up. I had a really bad fever the last time I dreamt about you. It was like you were forcing yourself out. Oh my god, this sprite of them is... And Jaga says loser. Aw. Well, I mean, that's what nightmares like that can do. Really? Fascinating. Thanks for almost killing me. Oh, relax. I'm just jesting. You're just touring around Kumo City, right? Well, you're in luck, Twunk. We're in the ultimate tourist trap of all, the Sky Tower. He pats me on the back and ruffles with my fur a little, pushing me through the observation deck. Well, wait. Come on, you spent money getting up here, right? Might as well make it worth it. I don't even know what's on here. I just came to meet you. Well, how about we take a good look from on top? You may proceed to make hyperventilating sounding noises. Oh, not yet. Well, what are you waiting for? Yume points towards the east side of the deck and heads towards a bench near the window. Whoa. Pretty, right? Yeah. Looking at it makes me a little sick, honestly. Not a huge fan of heights. Yeah, I feel kind of wobbly too, but it's hard to deny how cool it is seeing everything from the top. It puts things in perspective, I feel. The many locations you've seen, the many friends you meet, and they're all waiting below us. Yeah. You know, I'd love to know what it's been like for you these past few years. You're in college, right? How do you guess that? That's stalking. Your messenger bag has Kumo University on it. Oh. Yeah, I'm a second year. Really? You too? Wow, you're telling me that you, the literal nightmare of my yesteryears, is attending college. Yeah. Wow, where? Reem Folair University in Lunar's Lead. Oh, so that's where you live. Nice. Have you been there? Yeah, I've got family there. I occasionally hop around there, although I've been a little caught up with school here, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't really understand the different artists thing going on, but it's interesting. Really. Yeah, it's just been so busy. I don't really have much time for anyone during school semesters. Man, to be honest, this view isn't doing it for me. Let's grab something to eat here. There's food up here? Of course there is. Oh, I have found the perfect thing. Does anyone want brick waffles? Waffle, what? You know, those blocky things you put together. Let's go get you one. We bought buttered block waffles. They're shaped in a way that you can actually stack them together. It was incredibly tasty, if a lot more chewy than I expected. Whoa, you're going ham on them. It's good! You really look like a monster when you're chowing down on that. Wait, that bothers me a lot, you know, it's not a very good habit. Yeah, it isn't. You look cute when you eat like that, though. I nearly choke on the waffles. Ow! Oh, thank you! You ludicrous feral beast. You know, this place is known for having a pretty large wind damper in it. Really? Yep, it's currently closed out, unfortunately. Aw. Yeah, what a bummer. It's normally open to the public and everything, too. At least the outside observation deck is open. Whoa, there's one that's outside? Yeah, kinda lame though. You can only be on the east side of it. The rest of it's locked out. Well, I still want to check it out. The frowning one makes me very upset, yeah. Oh, you do? I said I did. Yeah, it's not that impressive. Told ya. Yume sits by the tall fencing walling in the deck, letting out a huge sigh. But it sure is peaceful. Not too many people go up here that often. So that means, you know, if you decide to kill me right here, you could get away with it. What? Maybe for like 30 minutes. I wouldn't do that to you. And like I never wanted to in the first place. So you were just scared too, right? I'm sorry. I slowly crumble to the ground. Tears begin forming around my eyes as I struggle to look towards Yume in the eye, planting my blurred vision towards the ground. I didn't mean to hurt you. I never really knew what happened then. I didn't do it because I wanted to. I hurt you that night. I don't know why we should even be here together. I mean, you're a little cold, but you're nice. I don't deserve that hospitality. Adrian, you're saying that way too many times, huh? What happened years ago was just a dream. This is now. You're here, I'm here. We're connected but separate. In fact, I kind of feel a little warm around you. I'm not gonna make you sick, am I? No, nothing like that. Unless all that snot coming out of your nose has like disgusting germs on it. There's just something about you that reminds me of those earlier days. Not caring about a thing. Traveling around and meeting new people. Playing at the Cerro arcades all the time. That night market used to be my everything in my childhood. You haven't been there yet, right? Oh, no, I've been there. Oh shoot, all of your new friends have already taken you to the best places. Despite bringing the widest smile imaginable, I can't stop crying. Without saying anything, Yume softly hugs me. That sudden embrace prompts an even larger swelling of tears. God, I should probably stop crying now. Well, you're glad to do it as much as you want. Sometimes there isn't any better way to let out your emotions. Yume, you're too kind. Well, keep in mind, I'm fine with it, but there's a bunch of little kids watching a repeat documentary about how this tower was built. Yeah, I do wish that Yume had better art, considering he's like the final thingy that was leading up to. And your continuous crying will probably aggravate their parents. Chapter 6, the top of the tower. Quiet. The sunlight pours through the small window as a nice bright morning shines upon my bed. My phone notifications are blaring. Several from Riley, a friend request from Marcy on the IM app, several notifications from a gacha fighting game I've been playing with Gangle. I spend the next few minutes trying to respond to everybody. How is Riley still even awake? Well, the flight back to Lunar's Lead is leaving tomorrow, so I did schedule today to be a nice day out with Yume. He told me he had a little surprise for me. Hey, Chwunk. Why does he call him Chwunk? Hey, Yume. How's been your night? It was nice. I felt so at ease when I came back to the hotel room. Thanks for taking me back last night. You didn't have to do that. It's no biggie. So, ready for the surprise? I don't like this sprite of him either. It's really upsetting. It's a little bit of a perilous ride, so here's hoping you charge your video game consoles of choice. Of course, Yume takes a quick glance at my game pouch, strapped onto me for the day. Wow, you have one of those? I got the light version. We should totally play War Alliance Cross, assuming you have it. Yeah, I do. Wow, sweet. I've never actually played against a real player before, haha. Twink hunk. According to Yume, the ride is roughly 13 stops. And then we have to take a bus ride into the mountains. I know what chwunk means. I'm just upset that they're calling this little tiny furry guy a chwunk. He's not a chwunk. The mountains. Yeah, I'm taking you on a pretty rad mountain trail in the area. Oh, that sounds nice. Huh, yeah. Personally for me, I'm not a super duper fan of going out places, but I've always been fond of nature. City life tends to obscure it, which is pretty ironic for a planet called Natura, huh? Haha, I bet. Sounds like fun. Be sure to snap a lot of pictures or else. Okay. The two of us start horseplaying, making a slight scene in our train car. Will you two lovebirds stop screwing around and shut up already? Okay, Gramps, sheesh. He's not actually my Gramps. Oh. The two of us quietly sit down. You know, it's very lucky for us to actually even get seats here. I mean, it's a Thursday, so I suppose that makes sense, but you know, right? Huh, yeah. The trains here have ranged from being eerily quiet to stupidly busy. People basically pour out the doors like crazy. Kinda looks like this. Yume showed me a sketch drawing he saw of a bunch of figures pouring out of the train. Whoa, you drew that? Yeah, I'm minoring in art too. Whoa, you're so good. Aw shucks, you're making me blush. To tell you the truth, I've been in kind of a slump lately. I wanted to work on my own personal project as of late, but I've been kind of stuck. It's just hard to get up in the morning and really get into the groove of doing it. I've spent the last few days walled up in my room, you know. It's not. Just trying to get things done, feeling like I'm nearly there, but just not close enough. Well, you did go outside, right? You came to the tower? I don't know, that felt weird, I guess. I was up there because it would be the easiest place to find me, given there isn't too many people and you were already heading to the tower via the underground mall. Yeah, but still, it's nice to see something fresh every once in a while. I've been up on that tower numerous times. Oh. Sorry, I've just been a little out of it lately. Oh, no, it's okay. I hope this isn't too much for you. I really appreciate you taking me someplace nice today. Yeah. Ding! We are now arriving on the Taichung District's train station. Oh, there's our stop. Wait, aren't we going to the mountain trails? We gotta take a bus there as well. Might want to take a nap. The ride will probably take an hour. Oh. Sometime later. Psst. Hey, Adrian. What? We're here. Oh. Okay, seriously, we have to go. The bus driver's heading back the other way in a moment. Oh, okay. Whoa. Here we are, far from civilization. Welcome to the Shanlin Forest. It's more like a mountain trail, though. Ah, finally, fresh air. I like it. It feels so nice out. It feels so misty and comfortable. Knew you'd like it. Nerds always do. Hey! The breezy, comfortable mountainside is a sight to behold. Growing up in a city like Lunar's Lead, I've never gotten to really see something as open and expansive as the mountainside here. Traveling through Kumo City feels different, but similar as a result. This breeze feels so new to me. Adrian, oi! Stop staring off into space a lot. You can monologue internally about all of this later. Oh, sorry. I just haven't been to a place like this before. Oh, right. Take the time you need then. Wow. Do you ever feel like we're gonna fall over? Well, that does happen, right? I suppose, yeah. I begin shivering a little. Could you hold my hand then, so we don't fall? Or so if one of us falls, we fall together? How flattering. Yume softly takes my hand. I felt a similar comfortable warmth to the feeling I felt yesterday at the tower. Please don't let go. We keep walking through the mountain trail, walking past slightly wobbly bridges and seeing abandoned places below the tall mountain. I wonder what's up with all of those old places. Probably from that time when Kumul City first appeared. Ah, yeah. I'm surprised the city is as remotely functional as it is today, given what happened so many years back. Well, I suppose people find a way. Eventually you have to drop cultural barriers and disputes when your homes are jam-packed into another world right next to each other. I'm really confused about like the time, what's happening in this time, in this timeline, in this world. There's like a lot happening. Yeah, they are gay. They're definitely gay. Yeah, it must be a weird feeling. You could ask my gramps about it. His parents lived through that time. Really? Yeah. You know, this is nice. Aside from all the other tourists tripping and nearly falling off the mountain. Well, I mean, yeah, that's a thing too, but just us, you know? Here on this mountain, hanging out, reconnecting, it's nice. Wow, you're really dreamy, aren't you? Guess that makes sense, given that you're like my nightmare or something. So I was wondering, what really is it like being a nightmare? Like, did you have a childhood or something, right? Oh yeah, something like that. I remember being taken in by a family who lived in Lunar's for a while. Some things got complicated, and only my sister looks after me. It's okay. It's hard to really describe what going through all of that was like. It wasn't exactly my fault either. Yume squeezes my hand a little. Hey, I mean, at least you're here now, right? Yeah. I feel confident in saying, despite a lot of my worries this past year, things have been better. Well, that's good to hear. You're really cool, actually. Huh? Living and making the most of things, even when there's so much around you falling apart. I wonder where I'd been had I met you sooner. We quietly trek further into the trail, still holding hands. Yume nudges my hand slightly and points me towards the full true wonder of the trip. The elusive waterfall of the Shanlin Forest, baby. Woo! Whoa! Oh my god. Wait, is that people over there? Yeah, the trail wraps around the mountain. We should totally go in and get close. Whoa, but my fur doesn't take to water so nicely. Oh, relax. I'll be your human body shield or something. I unwittingly smile. It's so cool in here. Ah! Water drips down from the cave and I get splashed all over. I try to shake it off. Whoa! Oh my god, you're so cute. What I thought you were gonna be my human body shield. Oh, right. Yume tightly pulls me through this bridge of a cave. It's a little slippery, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, Adrian. Yeah? Spending today with you has been nice. Wish we could do so much more, but you're heading back home tomorrow, right? Yeah, it's gonna be an exhausting ride back home. I just want to spend more time with you. I feel the same too. I lightly tug on Yume's chest, embracing him and once again sobbing all over the place. Riley was right. This trip was exactly what I needed. Different sights to see, different people to meet, but most importantly, someone different. Yume kneels down slightly and looks at me, beaming as the clouds slowly clear up in the sky, revealing a beautiful bright sun. Hey, Yume, you should tell me when I can come visit. Ooh. That's the end, I think. I think that's the end. Yeah, there's credits. That was really cute. I'm really glad I decided to read ones that costed money, because that was a lot better written. Oh my god. I think, oh my god, they have the lesbian flag behind the plant. Oh, do they have flags behind everyone? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's really cute. Oh, more lesbians. Who was that? I did not meet Lucy. Lesbian. I'm glad that the bear, what was her name? Galma was is a lesbian. It was definitely written by a gay person. Oh, there's more. It's been, what, 2 years since that trip? I still remember it like it's yesterday. I remember the flight back home, the melancholy of all of it. It was hard to want to leave, especially after meeting new friends. But thankfully, that trip wasn't the last time I ever talked to Yume. I'm so glad that Yume's trans. Or Marcy, who's still a flight attendant for a bunch of connecting flights. Or Gangle, who's been a part of my static for Dragon Pest 11. And today, the trip won't be the last time I ever meet everyone. Psst, Adrian, I'm on my way right now. Oh yeah, Gangle just told me he landed. Oh cool, see you then. I hear the doorbell from downstairs. That must be everyone. Today's the first day we're meeting up, here at Lunar's Leads. I don't know what we want to do or whatever. Perhaps play some tabletop RPG or something. I should have brought pizza or something. Yume opens the door. Without hesitation, I rush towards him and hug him tight. That art, I love it. Hey, you all made it. We definitely made it, hun. Aw, dude, things are about to get lit. Oh my, your place is certainly roomy. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. Epilogue, distance long. Aw, that's it. That was really cute. I enjoyed that one a lot. The slang, yeah. That one was really good. Now, I have a few more. Oh. Thanks for advertising on my Twitch stream, Mr. VK Wheezed. But, no thank you. Oh no, you were getting cheese. I'm sorry. Okay, do you want to see another one? That one was an hour. That one was a long amount of time, so I'm not sure if you want me to go over another or not. I do have a few more downloaded. Actually, I think I want to play this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and play another one anyways. This one also looked like it was pretty cute, so I hope it is. Oh, it automatically detected it. Nice. Epic. Epic moments. Very epic moments. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should make you a mod, but I don't know how. Okay. This one, I'm pretty sure is lesbians, so that's pretty cool. Let's see, is there font? No, that's okay. Oh, zooming. Let me know if the audio is okay, since different game. I don't know if it would be different. I'm not sure. Do I need to? Yeah, I want dyslexia font. B. Oh, a claw. Oh. Oh. I feel so threatened right now. Chapter 1. Alien. So, you call this liquid tea? The alien is holding a little teacup in their big hands. It looks kind of comical. They're so big, it feels like they could crush it, and me, without a thought if they wanted. My heart is still pounding. I have an alien in my greenhouse. Can't believe my answer to an alien looming threateningly over me is to ask them if they want some tea. I guess I should be grateful this alien is a polite one. This is tea, yes. It's a very nice drink. Have you had it before? Drink. A liquid that goes in our mouths? Mouth. That opening you have on your face? I'm afraid I am lacking such a feature. The alien is indeed lacking such a feature. How could you have made such a rookie mistake? Oh, Arlette, you're so useless. You gave the mouthless alien some tea. What is wrong with you? Okay. Let me open the Twitch stream then. I do not have it open. Let me mute Twitch before it yells at me. I don't want to hear audio from it. Okay, /mod VCafé _ hi. Okay, there, you're a mod. Thank you. Okay. But I can smell things though. This tea smells very nice, like a calm, relaxing day. I like it a lot. Yeah, I hate it too. Twitch is very evil. You do? I'm very glad you think so. I picked the chamomile this tea is made from myself. I do find it very soothing as well. And well, I thought soothing was something I could use right about now. Oh, of course. Oh no, the conversation stalled. You do not want a conversation with an alien with hands as big as your body to stall, Arlette. Say something. Nice weather we're having today. Would you like some more tea? Are you here to kill me? Would you like some more tea? Arlette, you idiot, their cup is still full because they don't have a mouth. I can have a second cup? Yes, of course. I get them one of my favorite teacups, one with a little octopus face at the bottom, and masterfully pour tea into it, not spilling a drop. The alien looks suitably impressed. They accept the cup and hold it carefully between their two giant fingers, eyes gleaming. The alien is just smelling both cups now. Success? Oh, almighty Empire, forgive me. I seem to have forgotten to introduce myself. They inhale sharply. Ahem. Salutations, alien life form with only 2 eyes. I am the second daughter of Grand Commander in the name of the Empire and the Grand Commander herself. I have come here alone on a quest to conquer your planet. Get ready to be invaded. Owasha? Ah, so this is a lady alien. Lovely. Oh my god. Phew, I have gotten it all out. Wow. Wow. An expression of amazement. That was quite an unexpected speech. It was? I'm sorry. I probably said it really fast because I was afraid I would make a mistake while saying it. But I did not. This only bodes well for this mission. Congratulations on getting it all out. Thank you. I am so glad I managed to say it all. I was afraid this mission was going to be hard, but your planet is a lot smaller than I thought. It is? Yes, planets are usually very big. So big it would take months to explore it all. But I can go from one end to your planet to the other in only a few steps. Owasha stands up and walks from one end of the greenhouse to the other. She turns back to look at me a few times as if to say, see how small it is? Her head bumps against quite a few tall plants while she does so, but she doesn't seem to mind. See? Only a few steps. I think she minds it a little. Your planet is an anomaly because of how small it is. It must be why the Grand Commander made it my very first mission. Your planet is so small, it will be easy to conquer. I need time to process this. She is here to conquer my planet, my small planet. Before I have time to understand what's going on, Owasha speaks up again. So, is it only you living here? Yes. Right now, yes, only me. Then, are you surrendering? I have a ship and a weapon, and my claws are really sharp. I could hurt you if I wanted. But I would like to conquer your planet peacefully if I am able. You gave me some tea that smells like a quiet day, and I do not want to hurt you. But if you do not surrender, I will. But I do not want to. I surrender? You do? Yes, I do. Then, her eyes lit up. Then, I just conquered your planet? Yeah, you sure did. Oh, so... I did it! Oh, Grand Commander will be so proud. She might even look at me and tell me I did a good job. Wow. Congratulations. Thank you. Wow. Okay. So, alien life form Arlette. It turns out I cannot actually leave until my ship is repaired. I look over at her ship. It looks fine to me, but crashing on the grass ceiling and onto solid ground must have done some damage to it. Some panels in her ship are urgently flashing, which probably means pay attention to me, I am not working correctly. It's mostly the communicator that's broken, I think. I cannot manage to get in contact with the Empire. It's almost like the signal's jammed, or like it is ringing but no one is answering. I think something must be wrong with it. So, well, alien lifeform Arlette. Yes, alien lifeform Owasha. Oof. Hold on. As you have been conquered, would it be an inconvenience if I stayed on your planet until I can manage to repair my ship? It is no problem at all. Feel free to take as long as you need. I have not really talked to people in some time. I'll be glad to have some nice company for a change. I am happy to hear it. Though you do not mind me saying, not that you have not had nice company in a long time. Someone like you should have nice company with her always. I hope I am up to the challenge. Owasha turns around to work on the ship, which is perfect timing because I can feel myself blushing. You're so gross, Arlette. She keeps tinkering with her ship for a minute, pressing small buttons and typing things on a monitor. I'm actually impressed her big hands can handle such delicate work. Well, she did hold a teacup without breaking it after all. There, I fixed the worst of it. Now the ship should repair itself. I'm sure you must have questions. Do not hesitate to ask me anything. Ask her anything, huh? So, you're an alien. When will your ship be fixed? Why do you have 6 eyes? I'm gonna go with the first one. So, you're an alien, am I? Oh, yes. I guess I would be, to you. My species call themselves, Owada? Ovumda? Oh, it just sounds so cute with your alien accent. You sound like a child trying to speak for the first time. I'm trying my best. And what about yours? Mine? Yes, what is the name of your species? Oh, well, you'll probably have an easier time saying it than I did with yours. Way less syllables, too. Ready to hear it? I am ready to hear it. Great, I'll pronounce it slowly just for you. My species name is... I smile, take a deep breath, and blow a raspberry at her for 15 solid seconds. You got me. I hide my grin behind her hand. Success. And how are you speaking to me, even though you have no mouth? Oh, that one is easy. I make an electric signal that is sent directly to your brain. Lesbians, yeah. I really enjoyed that the alien's like a bee. It's really cute. So, telepathy. Neat, you have a telepathic alien in your house. An alien that can access your brain. Oh god, has she been able to read my mind this whole time? Oh, of course not. Oh my god, she just read my mind. I did not, I would never. You just, well, tend to say things out loud sometimes. Things that I do not think you always mean for me to hear. Oh. A watchdog giggles in my stupid brain. You have been doing that now and then. I thought it was one of your alien customs, so I did not mention it. But yes, you do that. Stupid brain. Wait, so how are we understanding each other? Do you speak the same language I do? No, but I have this. Owasha shows me a little pendant that was hidden by the fluff around her neck. This little thing is a translator. It picks up what I am sending to you and translates it into a language you can understand, and the reverse is also true. That is how we are talking to each other, so if I turn it off... She presses something on the pendant. And finally, I hear Owasha's true voice. It's like a steady buzzing sound, but now and then I can hear slight changes in tone. It feels like a mix between a bee and the low hum of a machine. It is not unpleasant. But yes, I really can't understand her at all. I wonder what you're saying. I hope not anything bad. It wouldn't be the first time people said bad things about me to my face. But from you, I'd feel a little betrayed. Ugh. Oh gee, oh gosh, I hope the deadly alien with the deadly claws and the pretty glowing eyes isn't saying mean things about me. Priorities are let. Owasha sighs and closes her eyes slowly. She looks like how I look after eating a delicious cake. She presses something on the pendant and it lights up again. I knew it. Your voice is as lovely as you are. What? Your voice through the translator was already wonderful, but hearing your true voice, it feels like a song, like the sound the sea makes at night. Aww, lesbians, that's cute. It is enchanting. I could listen to you talk forever. What? Alien lifeform Arlette, you look upset. Are you... Tactical retreat. Huh? I mean, I'm going. It's been a blast, but I have to retire for the day. I'm going to sleep. Good night. I will see you tomorrow. Understood. I shall stay right here and try to fix my communicator and wait for your return. Until we meet again, alien life form Arlette. Yes! Until we meet again, alien life form Awasha. And what is this one? This has been going on for the entire day. When I woke up around noon, Awasha had already been looking at the different flowers in the greenhouse. When she saw me coming in, she ran and pointed at my chamomile, saying, "This plant smells just like your tea." After explaining that yes, that is what tea is made of, she started pointing at various flowers and asking me about them. She seems fascinated by any story or tidbit I can tell her. It's the first time someone is interested in my vast flower knowledge. Oh well, this one is easy. That's a rose. And what does it mean? Love, beauty, pretty much only good things. Sometimes we put them where someone died to show we like them a lot. Oh, we have something similar on my planet. When someone dies and we are sad, we put red rocks everywhere this person liked to be to show that they are still part of our world. That's a very nice custom, actually. Yes, I have put a lot of them myself. Oh. Before I have time to ponder that one, she swirls around and points at another flower. And what about this one? Oh, this? This is a narcissus. It's a sign of vanity. There's a story about a man who looked at his reflection for so long he became this flower. Why would he do that? Do what? Look at himself for so long. Did he look weird? I mean, weirder than usual for your species? Do I look weird? You look very nice. Aren't I the only one of my species you've met? You look weirdly nice. You are the nicest looking alien with 2 eyes I've ever met. Alien life form Arlette. I see? You look weirdly nice too, for an alien with 6 eyes. She beams, like I couldn't have paid her a better compliment. Her 6 eyes sparkle like gems. I look away before she catches me staring. Anyways, Narcissus looked very, very nice. The nicest. He thought he looked so nice, he couldn't stop looking at himself. So the gods punished his vanity and he became a flower. Really? Wow. The plant stories you have told me are all so interesting. She turns and looks at me excitedly, tapping her big hands on the floor. And you know so much about plants. My planet has some as well, but not in as many species as you have here. For you to know so much, and to be able to take care of all of them, is truly amazing. Oh, thank you for saying so. I really don't think it's that impressive, though. I like to take care of them, and to watch them grow. It's the only thing I know how to do well. Aww. It's easy to do. After all, plants don't talk back. Plants don't call you names. Plants don't whisper behind your back that you're gross and a weirdo and a liar and that no one will ever want you around. Plants always want me around. And that's because I keep them alive. I want you around. I sure hope I didn't say any of that aloud. Oh no, oh god, oh beans, I think I did. I want you around, Arlette. You teach me things about all kinds of plants, and you are nice, and you give me nice smelling tea. And I see the way you look at the plants, and I see how much you love them. And you are good, Arlette. You are good. You are so, so good. Please stop saying those things about yourself. Beans. Alright. Kiss her, kiss her, kiss her. Yeah. I'll go with the all caps one. Awasha, most likely unaware of what a kiss even is on account of not having a mouth, bypasses my mouth and presses her face into my neck. It feels like being hugged by your favorite teddy bear. The one that you always had with you when you were a kid, that knows all your secrets, all your worries, and accepts you anyways. This is very nice, but... I tap her arm gently. It feels like touching a warm, fuzzy stone. Awasha? Thank you, but you can let go of me now. I'm okay. Awasha doesn't let me go. In fact, she hugs me and presses me against her and starts nuzzling me. She feels so warm and so there. I wish I could enjoy being hugged by a nice lady, but... Her fur is tickling me and it is unbearable. I start laughing uncontrollably. Tickling, tickling, you're tickling me. I do not know what that means, but if it's an alien word for holding you tight, then yes, I am tickling you. Feel free to hug me till you feel soothed and happy. Rest assured, I shall not let you go. You have my support. There it is. This is how I die. Not by being killed by a murderous alien, but by being hugged to death by one. I'm laughing so hard, I think I snorted a little. Scratch that, I snorted really loud. Hearing me laugh so heartily, Awasha gasps and stands back suddenly, still holding me. Finally, Arlette. You laughed. Awasha, was this your goal all along? You terrible alien, conquering my planet wasn't enough? You had to get me to snort and laugh like an idiot as well? Awasha giggles. I can feel the rumbling of her laugh from where she's holding me. Yes, and what a beautiful laugh it was, as graceful and delicate as yourself. God, and she probably means it too. Awasha and me laugh, holding on to each other. I feel her laugh inside my head like a buzzing, filling me with warmth. I can't remember the last time I've laughed this much. After a while, we start coming down and just look at each other. Arlette. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Awasha's ship is ringing. It makes a strident, awful noise. The kind you wish you could ignore, but it would never let you. Her communicator? I thought it was broken. I can feel Awasha's arm shaking. Whoever it is, it must not be about something good. Who is calling her? The music. Awasha picks up. Grand Commander? The Grand Commander? Awasha's mother? Why would she be calling? Awasha's usual loud buzzing voice is now reduced to a hesitant whisper. She's too far for me to figure out what they're saying. I can't, but somehow, I don't think the Grand Commander is calling to congratulate Awasha. Wait, Grand Commander! It looks like the Grand Commander hung up abruptly. What happened? Awasha jerks and looks around like she's looking for something. Her gaze falls on one of the greenhouse walls and her eyes grow wide. She starts running to it. The wall of the greenhouse, like all walls in here, is covered in various plants, making anything other than the sky impossible to see. Awasha takes the plants in front of her and shoves them away, clearing a path. I realize what she wants to do immediately and start running after her, if I can get there before. But before I can, Awasha grips one last plant and throws it aside like a curtain, exposing the clear glass wall and what's beyond it. A sight I am very used to. Lights as far as the eye can see, from houses, cars, streets, a city, an entire world. I knew I couldn't hide it forever. The greenhouse is in the middle of a city after all. It's actually quite impressive she didn't notice for this long. What? How? Arlette, did you build all of this? No, you could not have. This is too grand a scale. Oh, Empire, protect me. This is Earth, isn't it? Oh no. Mother has sent me on Earth to die. But this planet was supposed to be very small. What? Arlette, you lied to me. You said you were the only one on your planet. Awasha sighs. I guess I should not be surprised. The Grand Commander always said humans were unpredictable and ruthless. They do not hesitate to destroy other lives for their own gain. It is not surprising you would humans. Ruthless. Yes, I know for a fact they are. But need I remind you that the one who brought you here was not a human, but a member of your own species? So what, you think your own species has the moral high ground here? Ah yes, you're so noble, coming here to conquer planets peacefully, a true hero. But your own mother sent you here, on a planet full of ruthless creatures, so you could get killed. She did it like it was nothing. You're so naive, I'm sure it was so easy for her. Awasha, my dear daughter, second in line for the throne, or whatever. Go forth and finish this mission, and you shall be rewarded with my unconditional love. And so you went, all happy, ready to make your mother proud, and then got lied to by a terrible, disgusting human. What would she think? All I had to do was act all meek and soft and agree with you, and you came to your own conclusion. I don't know why she's being so mean. This is so strange. All this time, you thought your mother sent you on an easy mission, unaware that you were sent here to die. Wow. Look at you. You're pathetic. What? Oh no, why did I say all of that? She has learned her own mother was trying to kill her, for God's sake. Why did I have to say all those things? It's not like saying all the things made you feel better, Arlette. It never does. You know that. You're dumping all of your rage and frustration on someone who doesn't deserve it. I guess you should be happy that this time your words actually had the expected effect and hurt someone, huh? Oh, Arlette, you goddamn idiot. You're the pathetic one. You are not pathetic. Oh God, Awasha, I'm so sorry. You're sorry? For what? Oh no, was the nice smelling tea you gave me this morning actually human poison gas? Is this how I die? What? No, it was just jasmine tea. It's good for reducing stress and help you have a stronger immune system. For reducing stress? Amazing. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm sure you'd like a cup right about now, huh? Stupid. Anyways, I just meant for not telling you. For lying to you. I need to apologize to you as well, Arlette. I'm so confused. Did she actually say those things? Or I did not realize how my actions made you feel. I conquered your home and then made myself stay. Even if I did not mean for my actions to be seen as threatening. I'm sure you were scared of me. I'm sorry I made you feel unsafe. No, you don't need to apologize. Arlette, if I may ask, why did you lie? I didn't want you to die, or I was scared you'd attack Earth. Humans aren't nice. I know firsthand how terrible they are. I just thought, if anyone else knew, you'd probably die. Even if you had a ship and weapons and sharp claws. And well, you're not the only one who was betrayed by a member of their own species. Thank you. Don't thank me for this. I want to. You did not know me and you were scared, but you still wanted me safe. It is admirable. Not really. So what will you do now? I do not know. If I knew I would succeed, I think I would run. Run so far the Empire could never find me. Find a new planet to stay on? Yes. One with a little house and lots of sun, a little bit of wind. I hope it's surrounded by flowers so it would smell good for you. I would love that, a little house surrounded by all kinds of plants. Not that I would know how to take care of them like you do, but maybe if I knew an alien who knows how to take care of plants. Yes, someone who knows which plants need sun, which ones need shade. Someone who would be able to tell me which ones smell good and what they're all used for. And after we were done planting them all, we would have tea of the ones we planted, like chamomile tea, or any tea at all. I found some plants in your greenhouse I also really like the smell of. Can you make mint tea? Yes, it can be made. With a little bit of lemon, it just tastes delicious. Smells delicious, too. So you'd have mint tea together? Yes. Sitting side by side, outside our little house, our arms touching. Yeah, alien cottagecore. I love it. Both of us holding little cups, steaming with hot tea. The winds would blow softly and it would bring the smell everywhere, while we looked at the stars, trying to find patterns between them. Oh yes, this was definitely made by a lesbian. Forgetting about anyone else, and it would just be us, together. I can see it. It sounds very nice. Yes, I am sure it would be. But it is just a fantasy. The Empire Mother will be looking for me. You cannot escape the Empire, no matter what you do. I guess. If a dangerous, ruthless, scary human decided to come with you, you'd be fine, wouldn't you? Yes, I am sure I would be. This is unbelievable. I'm deciding to elope to space with an alien I've only known for a few days. A dangerous alien with a ship and weapons and very sharp claws, but who also likes the smell of chamomile and mint, and who comforts me when my mind goes haywire, and who finds it cute when I snort while I laugh. I'm mean and I'm pathetic, and taking care of plants is my only quality. But if Awasha wants me to be with her, I'll be the most dangerous, nicest, best human I can be. Aww. Epilogue. Aww. Aww. And aww. That one was a little confusing, but that was really cute, too. I'm so glad we've been blessed with only cute ones so far. Do you want to go through another? Or do you think that's... I don't really know what... I'm a bit scared, because those were really good, and I'm scared that the next one will be bad. I'm not sure what to expect. Let's see. I have 3 more that I could do. Okay. One is about a robot, I think. One is about, I don't know. I know it's something to do with like, you know what, I'll go with this one because I'm pretty sure I remember on the page for it, it wasn't quite completed yet, so it might be a little shorter, and that might be a decent amount of time, I think. Okay. Oh, it showed my files for a second. Boys laugh. Okay. Oh, let me shrink this a bit so the chat isn't covered. Ooh. Okay. Note on save files. Okay. Dyslexic font, please say yes. No. Sad moments. Sad moments. Long, long ago in the faraway lands, a king and a queen set in motion a plan. Their daughter, the princess, was ready to wed, but the word on its own filled the princess with dread. Her parents, however, they simply went on to make sure that their child would not stay on her own. They sent all the kingdoms around them the news that they searched for a prince that could thrill and enthuse. This prince should be sent for the princess to test and ensure he was truly the best of the best. Just how she would do this was left to her will, and the result of her choice is notorious still. Oh, our story begins in the palace gardens of the kingdom of Radish. Prince Saffron, the hero of the story, just arrived there to fulfill his mission. A mission to court Prince Serafina of Radish. Soon after setting foot on the castle grounds, he was greeted by a young woman dressed in all red. "Welcome, Prince Saffron. I've been waiting for you," the princess said with a polite smile. "I hope not too long. Are you by chance Serafina, my lady?" The princess's smile briefly wavered at his words. "I am, but please call me Sappho." "Of course, whatever you wish, my lady. Just Sappho is fine, really. No need for formalities." Alright. Now that the greeting was over, the princess gestured for Prince Saffron to follow her. I love that. Well, shall we proceed then? The others are already waiting in the rosarium. The others? Prince Saffron wasn't sure if he misheard. Yes, Prince Ode of Bara and Prince Ans of Alstom are here for negotiations as well. It is. It really is just lesbian and bold. "I don't understand. Why are princes of other kingdoms here?" Princess Sappho briefly wrinkled her brow before explaining. "You see, your kingdom wasn't the only one to send forth a prince, but just between us, you're my favorite. Prince Saffron and Prince Sappho has a nice ring to it, hasn't it?" "Okay. Thank you. Yes, you should be concerned." "And well, the others can be a bit, well, you'll see." As if on cue, the two royals could hear somewhat muffled but agitated shouting just ahead. "That's it. I won't listen to any more of your slander." Saffron flinched, worried just how the other princes would turn out to be. "Slander? I must say I'm hurt. I was only sharing stories of my encounters with the less dignified royals of this world. To amuse you even. You insulted my brothers." "Brothers? You are the fledgling Prince of Bara?" "I'm sorry, I mistook you for one of the princess's retainers, but I suppose there is a faint resemblance. Though, I must say, even your brothers were a lot more refined in manners and appearance." "Excuse me! So what's the story? Why are you here, my dear prince?" "Isn't it obvious? I'm here to marry the most beautiful woman to ever set foot on this earth, Prince Sappho of Radish." "You must be joking. I assure you I am not. I've been in love with her ever since I saw her at my cousin's ball last winter. When my parents told me I'd been chosen to marry her, I was overjoyed. But I didn't come here to be mocked by some gauche court jester. What did you just say? If anyone is gauche here, it surely is you. Calling me, the Crown Prince of Altom, a jester. Wait, Crown Prince? The audacity! Ahem. Oh. Welcome back, my dear princess. Prince Han said sweetly, completely changing his demeanor in a matter of seconds. I was just exchanging pleasantries with Prince Ode over here. Yes, I was fortunate enough to witness your exchange. Oh. I apologize for the confusion, but now that everyone has arrived, I will explain the situation. Everyone? Indeed. This is Prince Saffron of the Other Kingdom. Nice to meet you. I'm Prince Saffron. Well, yes, she just introduced you. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Say, I haven't heard of the Other Kingdom. Where exactly is it? Oh, it's just north of this country. And one of the biggest trading powers in the Northern Hemisphere. That a royal hasn't heard of it is frankly absurd. But then again, you are the fledgling prince. I bet you're about as involved in world politics as a mere bard. Could you go a minute without insulting me? If you can find it in your heart, please excuse his impudence, Prince Saffron. Hey. No, there's nothing to excuse. I hope we'll all get along. I agree, Kaz. The blue-haired man is very sexy. Yeah, right. Anyway, as some of you already know, or as you might be able to guess now, the three of you are here for the same reason. My parents, the King and Queen of Radi, have announced their search for a prince to marry me. And as a result, all three of you were sent here for marriage negotiations. What? This is outrageous. I wasn't told the negotiations involve 2 other kingdoms. Yes, this seems rather unusual. Not that I've ever been part of such negotiations, my princess. I apologize if this puts any of you on the spot. But it was my proposal to meet all of you today. I agree that it was absolutely unreasonable of my parents to accept all 3 proposals, but I thought that it would be unfair to the 3 of you to be here on your own. To be tested, unaware that you are not the only candidate. Oh, alright, that is actually really considerate. But how are the negotiations going to proceed? Dog. I'm sorry, you can hear her. We'll somehow have to set ourselves apart from the other 2, don't we? You are absolutely right, Prince Hans. I will send you 3 on a quest, and the first to return triumphant will be the one I accept to marry. A quest! Such a wonderful idea, Prince Sappho. What kind of quest exactly is it going to be? Me too. I'm not a very good fighter. Not to worry, Prince Saffron. You 3 are princes. Strength alone certainly isn't the deciding factor for marriage. Oh, too bad. I'm sure it would have been fun to get a little physical. Not that there would have been much of a contest, though. Question. Is teamwork required? I refuse to spend any more time with this self-absorbed popinjay. Why would we work together? There will only be one winner after all. But what kind of winner? What are we supposed to compete at? I ask you 3 to bring me a flower. A flower? Yes, but not just any flower. The flower you are tasked to bring back here is called the Lover's Bond, or Lilium brassica. Lilium brassica, the beautiful cousin of the as good as extinct delicacy Brassica oleracea. I see you are well prepared for this task, Prince Saffron. Have you heard of this flower before, Prince Hans, Prince Ode? I've heard stories of the Lover's Bonds, but I was sure they were nothing but myths. And what is this, oleracea? I don't know either of them. I like flowers, but I don't know many of their names. Figures. As if you're any better. Very well, then let me explain. Lilium brassica is known for 2 things, its rarity and its reaction to human emotion. As far as we know, it only blooms on a single mountain in this kingdom. Furthermore, it only blooms over the span of a single week in spring. Many have tried picking it, but even just to climb to the peak is dangerous and difficult, and the Lover's Bond has such strong roots that even those who found it couldn't pick it. But despite its seeming sturdiness, it is a very delicate flower. Should its stem be cut, it quickly withers away and dies. Its beauty alone is enough to make it more than desirable, but that is by far not all. When faced with true love, the flower transforms into an object that symbolizes this love. I read about it in one of my mother's botany encyclopedias. What? Such flowers exist, apparently. Do you see now why it is the perfect flower for this quest? Not only is it difficult to obtain, but it also serves as proof for the validity of the marriage. Exactly, Prince Hans. I will bring you this flower, my princess. My love for you burns strong and true. Why, thank you. I commend your determination. Days to harvest 5. You have 5 days left until the lover's bond withers. Travel south through Friendship Forest and beyond the limit. There, behind the backdrop mountains, you will find Mount Brassica. And at its peak, Lilium Brassica. I love the names of everything in this. It's really funny. We will get horses, right? 5 days doesn't sound like a lot of time for such a journey. Of course. I will provide you with a horse, basic equipment, and rations of food to ease your travel. That's a relief. Yeah, for a moment, I was worried we have to make do with just the belongings we carry right now. My Little Pony, oh my god. I didn't know that. I would like to imagine that this takes place in My Little Pony world, then. That would be absurd. Quest aside, we're still princes. Anything less would be disrespectful and dangerous. But did I hear correctly? We are only given a single horse for the 3 of us? Yes. Even if I provide you with equipment, this is still supposed to be a challenge. If everyone gets a horse, the only challenge would be to be faster than your competitors. Oh, okay. And if one of you, by chance, got a faster horse than the others, it would be the horse that wins, not its rider. I see. So once again, you only had fairness in mind. But of course, you are free to stay for the afternoon and enjoy some tea and sweets, but I suggest that you do not delay your departure too much. Thank you, Princess Sappho. I hear this kingdom's sweets are exquisite. Yes, thank you, Princess Sappho, but I will heed your words and depart immediately. Wait, what? I have no time to drink tea if my future with the princess is on the line. No. If you leave now, we will all be forced to leave if we want to have a chance. Not my problem. You can stay if you want, but I take this quest seriously. So do I, but there is no need to jump in head over heels. You agree with me, Prince Saffron, don't you? Well, of course he doesn't. Unlike you, he isn't from some clan of warriors who can't appreciate leisure and sweets. Oh, I see. Your Highness hasn't bothered to actually take a look beyond the border. If you had been to Bada, you'd know better than to spout such nonsense. The war is long over, and even before then, we were much more than just warriors. For a prince of a land so proud of its collection of knowledge, there's a huge gap in yours. Excuse me, please, my princes. Ahem. I am aware there are still tensions between your 2 kingdoms, but I am not here to play mediator, so I'm afraid you'll have to mend them on your own. Preferably outside the castle grounds. My apologies, Princess Sappho. I spoke without thinking. What, got nothing to say to me? But of course, I was about to apologize to you as well, Prince Ode. Very well then, I will leave the decision of when to depart to you. Prince Hans is a himbo. I look forward to see who will emerge victorious. Of course, my princess. I will return soon. Hey, where are you going? Don't just leave by yourself. I'll just go ahead and follow the others. Farewell, Princess Sappho. This one is called Brassica, a Merry Tale. I can send it to you afterwards. If you want. It's not that I ever planned to marry either of them, but this just proved that it would be my ruin. I need to see Sitara right away and distract myself from this misery. I see she's going off to be a lesbian. I can't believe you. We may very well be on this journey for days, and you deny us this little luxury. Actually, I'll type it in the chat for you. Hold on. If I can, figure out how to get to the chat. Ooh. Okay. It's called Brassica, a Merry Tale. There you go. Okay. We may very well be on this journey for days, and you deny us this last luxury. I can't help it. I won't be able to rest until I hold this flower in my hands and marry the princess. Why are you so hung up about this? It's a political marriage. This is solely to strengthen the relationship between our kingdoms. No, I'll marry her for love. I hope you're not as foolish as this Prince of Bara, Prince Saffron. Please don't fight. We're not fighting. Yeah, because you wouldn't stand a chance in a serious fight with me. I'm sorry, did I hear this right? You don't seriously believe that I would lose in a fight against you, do you? Prince Han stared threateningly at Prince Ode and casually summoned a blue flame in his palm. Seconds later, he looked somewhat pale and nauseated, but nobody paid him much mind as the three princes walked in uncomfortable silence. Sorry, I didn't mean to diminish your abilities. It just gets on my nerves that you're always beating me down. I suppose that's fair, but if anything, you should apologize to the prince who's at the verge of tears here. I'm not crying yet. As the princess kept walking, the scenery quickly passed by, and before too long, they were long past the parts of Radi they knew. Does anyone know in what direction we are supposed to go? South. Well, yeah, but we've just been following the path. Are you sure this is the correct one? I believe there should be a map along with the equipment the princess gave us. Oh? We aren't? What happened? Hold the horse, Ode. I want to take a look at the map. I still think it's a waste to use the horse just for carrying bags. Do you want to carry them yourself? Go ahead, I won't stop you. Well, I'm not saying it isn't comfortable. I just think it would be faster to ride the horse. Unknowingly, Ode had said out loud what the other princes were afraid to bring up. Which one of them was going to use a horse and leave the others behind? Of course, all of them wanted to make use of this obvious advantage, but obtaining it was a whole other issue. Then what is your proposal? They gave it to a... What? Oh? Oh? That's, weird. Then what is your proposal? Should we fight for the horse? Should we draw straws? No, maybe we could take turns. Take turns? How would we even... Are you able to, like, report, I don't know. What would you even... I don't know. Have you even thought this through, Prince Ode? Calm down, it was just a suggestion. And what a naive suggestion it was. Would you actually trust us and not ride away for good if our turn came around? Well, no, but... Police officer! Excuse me, gentlemen. Could you please let me take a look at your horse? Huh? Is there a problem, officer? Just a routine inspection. There have been some horse thieves on the loose lately. Oh no, how horrible. Well, of course, we will let you do your job, but please make haste. We are in a hurry. Oh? Can you call the place and ask about it? Spotless back, a hint of white above the hooves, well-defined muscles. Say, is this your horse? Oh? Okay. Yes, I mean no. It's complicated, but I assure you, this horse was given to us by the Prince of Radi herself, and I am the mayor of Algentem. You see, I don't like being lied to, especially not by thieves. Oh? This horse is prized for being the fastest horse in the whole wide kingdom, and it was recently stolen. It's been all over the news, but to think that you lot would be so asinine as to travel on the main road with it. Hold on, officer. Are you aware who you are talking to? We aren't some petty thieves. We are princes of Altom, Bara, and the other kingdom. Why, of course you are. It's perfectly normal for princes of kingdoms with such tense relations to travel together. And yet another kingdom, no less, with not a single guard or retainer. I may just be a humble policeman, but I won't let you make a fool of me. I can't believe this. Do you not see my crown? What other proof do you need? It's true, we are all princes. The princess sent us on a mission to bring her the lover's bond. The only bond you will find if you don't hand over that horse is that of my handcuffs. That won't be necessary, dear officer. You see, all three of us possess a not insignificant amount of wealth. I'm sure we will come to an agreement. Say, how about a dozen gold coins and we will all forget this incident ever happened? What a generous offer, my prince, but I'm afraid I can't let you keep the horse. Though I'll let you go since I'm in a good mood today, so be grateful I won't let you rot in prison. Did I say a dozen? I meant a dozen from each of us, of course. Don't try to buy yourself out of trouble, petty boy. I'll take your 12 coins because my grandson was just born and my family needs the money. But my pride as a policeman won't allow for any more. Now take your bags and scram. I have to return this horse to its righteous owner. Were we just robbed by a police officer? How else would you explain this? The princess wouldn't have given a stolen horse. Policeman's probably my ass. That man must have been corrupt to the core. Such language. I see you are not even trying to behave like a prince anymore, Prince Ode. But whatever the case may be, our horse is gone and we have to find shelter for the night. So much for not having to carry the bags ourselves. Prince Ode is the strongest. I suggest he should carry that big one. I agree. Hey, you can't just decide that for me. I'm okay with carrying a little more than you two, but at least ask me first. After picking up the bags, the princess walked until the sun began to set. Under weary complaints, they eventually reached the border of Friendship Forest. They briefly rested and wondered if they should enter the forest right away or wait until morning. But neither of them was too keen to sleep out in the open. That is very strange. So, in search of an inn, the three princes resumed their journey into the forest. They walked, and before too long, the sun had begun to set, with still no inn in sight. That is so strange. What? Okay. Pizza mystery. That sucks. Are you sure there's going to be an inn there? We didn't see one on the way to the forest, so I'm sure there's going to be one up ahead. This is a prosperous kingdom with many travelers passing through. There simply must be an inn. Well, if we don't find one, we can just set up camp between the trees. I'd honestly rather find a place with proper bedding. Just as Prince Hans said this, the silhouette of a wooden hut appeared at the horizon. Maybe. Domino's might be. I know that they're a big chain thing, so... Peeking through birches and beeches, they made out a sign on the hut, revealing its purpose. Ha, what did I say? This is a brothel? Thank goodness, this is even better than an inn. Lady Luck is on our side, my princes. No, I am not going to set foot in a brothel. My heart belongs to the princess and the princess alone. No one is telling you to sleep with one of their girls. Just pay the price and I'm sure they'll gladly lend you a room. But how am I supposed to sleep in a bed that's regularly used for that? If you're scared of diseases... Oh, you can... they owe you pizza? Okay, yay, Domino's. Rest assured, I heard the brothels of this kingdom are splendid. I'm sure the sheets are freshly washed and the mattress will be nice and springy. I don't know, but never mind you. This is the perfect opportunity. If I'm going to marry into this kingdom, I'll better check the quality of the ladies it offers. Okay, sir. Okay. Come Prince Saffron, let Ode sleep in the forest if he must. We're gonna have some fun there. Okay. Oh, what do we have here? You look like a delicious snack, but I'm afraid I need... What? Oh, don't... Okay. I can hardly contain my excitement. Wait! Ah, okay. Oh my, what do we have here? Welcome to my establishment. Are you here to enjoy yourselves? It's already late, so why don't you stay the night? Yes, thank you, ma'am. One room each, please, and bring your best girls. Money is an issue. Now that's what I like to hear. Are your friends first timers? This is so overwhelming. I am overwhelmed. I'm sure they'll warm up in no time with the right treatment. We'll take the payment up front. You'll be shown the way once the formalities are settled. I am so overwhelmed! Of course, gather around you two. I'm not going to pay for everyone. The Blue Man. The money the princess had with them was more than enough to pay the brothel's rates. Even Ode seemed to have been convinced by the prospect of a proper bed and paid his share. Thank you very much, boys. Clarice, dear, will you show these three the way to their rooms? The princes were told to leave their belongings in the storage room downstairs. They quickly left them behind and moved on. Some more reluctant than others, the princess followed the glammed-up girl upstairs. The three were led into different rooms where they were supposed to wait. Prince Ode tried to argue that he only wanted to sleep and didn't need anything but But Saffron couldn't hear the end of the argument once the door closed behind him. He obediently sat down and waited several minutes for the door to finally open again. From the rooms next to his, he could hear loud noises and labored shouts. Okay. With every passing minute, he wondered if he was truly up for what was about to transpire here. I am not. Oh god. Unsure what to make of the situation, he wondered what kind of girl would be sent to him. And his question was quickly answered. Finally, the door opened again and the woman who entered left Saffron staring, with his mouth agape, mainly because she was pointing a dagger at him. Hello, my prince. I'm sure you can tell from your companion's screams, but unfortunately you won't have a lot of fun tonight. She slithered closer until she was right next to him. Saffron could feel her dagger to his throat as she sensually touched his face. Okay, unless you're into... Saffron swallowed nervously. I don't intend to hurt you, just hand over anything of value and we will let you go. With no intention to put up a fight, Saffron emptied his pockets. Just as the hostess let go of him again, the door sprang open and someone stormed inside. Prince Saffron! Are you alright? But Prince Hans was not alone. Judging from the footsteps, several more bandits came running down the hallway. Saffron's savior grabbed his arm and dragged him outside. They ran downstairs only to find that even more bandits were already waiting for them there. Along with the third prince, who was already desperately trying to put up a fight. Oh? With mediocre success. The three of them huddled together, trying to fend off the bandits. But unfortunately, only two of the princes were armed. And in all honesty, they may as well have been unarmed too. Ode, what are you doing? Draw your sword already. I'm trying to. Never mind me, what are you going to do with this butter knife? My dagger is a lot more effective than a sword that's still in the sheath, thank you very much. Dominoes. Hans said dismissively before his dagger was sent flying by the hit of an enemy's sword. I see. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Just hurry up and draw your sword. Finally beating his nervousness, Prince Ode managed to get his sword out of its sheath. Heavy-handedly, he tried to parry whatever hits were sent his way while Saffron hid behind him. In an attempt to rearm himself, Prince Hans dropped to the floor. He crawled towards his dagger while more and more bandits came storming into the room. The princes soon realized that their chances of victory were very slim. Quickly, their plan to reclaim their belongings slipped out of their hands, and so his dagger was all Hans could grab before the three of them were overpowered. How very unsightly. After hearing that three princes might enter this establishment, we at least thought you'd struggle. But not that my mind, we're only after the money. Now go. Killing royals is anything but lucrative, and we don't want any accidents to happen, do we? The princes didn't even reply. As soon as the bandits moved out of the way, they ran for their lives. They only stopped once the counterfeit brothel was long out of sight. This was the worst brothel I've ever been to. I told you this was a bad idea. Oh, so did you realize that this was a literal tourist trap? No, but I was right that we should have just set up camp in the forest. Whatever you say. It's not like we have another choice now anyway. At least it's not raining. The words had barely left the prince's mouth when droplets of water started pouring down. I apologize, I practically invited it. And what are we going to do now that we lost all our equipment? I think for now we should seek shelter. Maybe there is a tree around here that can protect us from the rain. And so the princes searched for such a tree, but to no avail. Before too long, they were drenched to the bone, and the only shelter they could find was a hollow trunk that was covered in moss. But worst of all, the trunk was too small to fit all three of them. Now what? I suppose we'll have to take turns. I call dibs on the first turn. What? That's not how this works. Besides, I will not share my rest with you. Who said that I would let you sleep with me? Fine by me. Anyway, we should probably let Prince Saffron get in there first. He's so frail he might very well die if we let him stay in the rain for too long. Agreed. Great, then we won't even have to share the trunk with each other, Prince Ode. For a moment, the princes quietly looked at each other. I called dibs on the first turn. Hold on, why don't we let Prince Saffron decide? That's only fair, right? Wait, I don't think... Oh, what a surprisingly good idea, considering it's coming from you, Prince Ode. I'm sure Prince Saffron will make the right choice. Wait, so who will you choose, Prince Saffron? Who will you first share the tree with? Hans. Prince Hans. See, I knew he'd make this choice. Alright, if that is your decision, I'll wait here for my turn to come around. And so the princess settled down for the night, bruised and battered, soaked by the rain, and mentally strained from the ambush. The inside of the hollow trunk was far from comfortable, but at least it was only moist. Cold air still seethed inside, and before too long, Prince Saffron snuggled up to Prince Hans. He never expected to find himself in a situation as dire as the one he was in. But they were alive and well, and with this glimpse of hope in mind, he drifted off to sleep. Just outside the forest, a carriage was quietly waiting, dimly lit and guarded by 2 soldiers. Who is there? Sitara? Sitara, is that you? Yes, my princess, I have returned with good news. The bandits fulfilled their part of the agreement, and the princes are sleeping in the forest. And their belongings? I have arranged that they are returned to the castle at the break of dawn. Good. And the princes are unarmed, yes? Unharmed. Of course, the bandits made sure to only scare them. No one is injured from what I could tell. Perfect. Then let's move on to phase 3. Very well. I will make sure all the animals have been chased away by the time the prince is awake. Thank you. I don't know what I would do without you, Sitara. I am merely your instrument, my princess. No, you are much more than that. I love you, Sitara. I love you too, my princess. Ah, lesbians. I love that the lesbians are evil. Yes, I would. And this concludes the first act of our story. So, who do you think should marry the princess? Ode, Hans, or maybe our hero Sifron? Politics are much more complicated than that, I'm afraid. And don't you love a little drama in your stories? Not really, but sure. What, you really don't want either of them to marry the princess? What kind of fairy tale would that be? Even worse, this is a merry tale. We can't just end it without any romance at all. What to do? You know what? How about we work together? This was my story so far, but there's no point if you don't like it. I'll keep asking you how you want the story to play out, but you'll have to take this seriously. You know, I worked hard on writing this story, so even if we change it, I want it to be good. We might run into trouble, though. All the sets and characters are already prepared, and well, I'm not really used to improvising, but we'll figure something out. I'm confused. Okay. Lesbians. Okay. Let's go. Act 2. There's only 2 acts in this, so I think this will be the last one I read. Welcome back. Shall we continue our story now? Alright, then here we go. The next day, the princes awoke from an unsteady slumber on uncomfortable grounds. At least the rain had stopped, but their bodies ached all over. It took Saffron a moment before he once again realized the situation he was in. Waking up in a forest next to another prince certainly wasn't how his days ordinarily started. The 3 princes peeled themselves off their makeshift bed and silently looked at each other. A growling stomach eventually broke the silence. You didn't, by chance, take some of the food rations before the bandits robbed us? If I did, I would most certainly be eating them right now, Prince Ode. I don't have anything either. Well, it was worth a try. So what do we do now? I'm afraid all we can do is hunt. But before we do, we should find some water. Good idea, I'm really thirsty. Welcome to my world. The princess began walking in search of a river, a lake, or at the very least a stream. It didn't take very long before they lost track of where they were. But then again, after last night's escape, they were hopelessly lost anyways. Yes, I will eat chicken on pizza, thank you. Eventually the forest cleared, and beyond the trees they could see the shore of a majestic lake. Overjoyed, the princess ran towards the water to still their thirst. Scorpions, yum. Water, maybe luck is on our side after all. Well, I'm not sure I consider us lucky. Just look at us, our clothes are covered in filth. But I'll surely not complain that we won't die of thirst in a foreign land. Now we only need to hunt some food and find our way out of this forest. Easier said than done without a map or even a compass, but let's solve one problem at a time. How about we split up the tasks? Hunting is the first step, but we also need some firewood. I'll collect firewood. Oh, so quick to answer. Don't like hunting, huh? Shirtless? Oh. Well, fine by me. I don't mind getting my hands dirty when there's meat involved. Okay, sir. What are you going to do, Prince Saffron? Which one did Hans say he was doing? Gay. I'll go hunting too. I'm sure we'll be faster with 2 pairs of hands. Oh, such vigor. Very well then, let's go, Prince Saffron. I suggest we meet back here at noon. As hungry as we may be, we should not forget that we need to get out of the forest too. That sounds good to me. Yes, I agree. Alright, then don't get too lost, Prince Ode. I won't. Gay time. Saffron and Hans walked back into the forest, trying their best to not make any sounds. After several minutes passed without any prey in sight. Oh, it's fine, don't mind. Prince Hans struck up a conversation. Have you ever done this before, Prince Saffron? I was taught the basics, but I can't say that I have much experience. Well, inexperience has an appeal of its own. Just let me guide you and your hunger will be stilled in no time. Okay! Though I must say, this forest is surprisingly quiet. We should have at least come across a hare or a bird by now. There are plenty of tracks, but not a single animal in sight. Not even a sound. Do you think they heard us and fled? Maybe. But even then we should have heard them run away. It's as if they weren't even there to begin with. Let me test something. Prince Hans stopped in his tracks and closed his eyes. Saffron could see a faint glow appear all around the other prince. He watched in awe as it slowly grew stronger. It seemed as if all the air in the area was drawn to Prince Hans, but Saffron couldn't feel any wind. Just as quickly as Hans' magic appeared, my voice broke. It vanished again, and the prince opened his eyes. The good news is, I know now for certain that something is strange here. The bad news is that there isn't a single animal in a radius of at least 2 kilometers. Also, I can't see. What? Are you okay? Yes, just a tiny side effect. It should wear off again in a few minutes. Until then, will you mind guiding me through this forest, Prince Saffron? Of course. Thank you. I suggest we head back to the lake now. With no animal near, there is nothing we can hunt. Sure. Prince Hans clumsily grabbed Saffron's arms, and the 2 princes started their way back. Between all the trees, their advance was unexpectedly slow, however. Yes, this is very gay. And Saffron had his hands more than full, trying to circumvent all objects while not getting lost. I apologize. This is all just because of me. No. At least we know now that there aren't any animals. But how exactly does your magic work? This seems rather inconvenient. Well, it's always a bit of a gamble. But in essence, it is simply about weighing the benefits against potential risks. Magic is the manifestation of a will. And in theory, you can will almost anything into existence. But the way our universe works, there are always proportional consequences to your actions. I've heard stories of a magician who created an entire mountain, only to be swallowed up by the earth, never to be seen again. I just heightened my senses for a few minutes, and now they are impaired for an appropriate amount of time. There's always a connection between your actions and their consequences. Scary or exciting? What do you think? It's a shame that the chat is so delayed. Okay, let's go with exciting. That sounds exciting. It does, doesn't it? The thrill of magic is quite unique. But all the same, it is not unusual for magicians to meet an untimely end, which is why I try to always make the most of the present. The princes returned to the lake, and once everyone was back, they shared their findings in their meager haul. So, in short, we only have a handful of firewood, and there are no animals to hunt. Seems this way, but I'm glad you found out that the animals are actually gone. I knew there was something strange about the forest being so quiet. What do we do now? There's still the lake. Maybe we could catch some fish, if we have to. You don't like fish? No, that's not it. They're just kind of hard to follow. Well, all fish too, so don't worry about your fine motor skills. That's not what whatever. How are we gonna do this though? We have neither nets nor fishing rods. Well, I don't know how you intend to catch fish, but I'll just use my hands. You plan to catch fish with your bare hands. Of course not, I'm not a fool. I'll use my magic to lure the fish right into my grip. Magic? I thought magic was too dangerous for anyone to control. It's not dangerous if you know how to use it. Use your shirts. Back in old home, using magic is as much of a part of daily life as brushing your teeth. but I heard bad things happen when you use magic. Sure, there are some side effects, but it's simply a matter of balancing risk and gain. Ha! I can see again. See, there's nothing wrong with using magic. You were blind just now, yes? Okay, no, this is creeping me out. I'll stay far away from your magic and fish over there. Don't think I'll mind, at least you won't scare my fish away then. But enough about me, how are you planning to fish, Prince Ode? Punch them to death? Can I borrow your dagger? Heavens no. It's a one-of-a-kind weapon forged from vanadium alloy and silver. I won't let you have it to splash around in this lake. Use your sword. That's not what I want it for. I just want to carve a spear. Oh. Well, I'm not thrilled that my dagger is going to be abused as a whittle. But I suppose this is for the greater good. Reluctantly, Hans handed over his dagger to Ode, who grabbed a large branch to sharpen. Now then. Prince Saffron, I suppose that leaves you on fire duty. Is that okay with you? Oh, sure. Back at home, I barely managed to catch fish even with a fishing rod. Saffron didn't want to admit that he had never successfully made a fire either, but he was sure he'd somehow manage if he just tried hard enough. Same? Ready to catch their breakfast, the other princes took off their boots and walked to the shore. Oh, they're shirtless. After reaching the water, they rolled up their pants and took off their shirts, and finally waded into the lake, approximately 10 meters apart from each other. Wanting to join in on this summerly atmosphere, Saffron too took off most of his clothing. Though it remained questionable whether this was the wisest idea given his task. Once he had changed, Saffron started to gather the wood Ode had brought back 32 feet. They're social distancing. Great. He piled it up on the beach's sand to the best of his abilities, even though he wasn't sure if that was the best ground to start fire on. Once the easy part was done, Saffron stared at the wood. How was he supposed to light it now? It would only take a second with Hans' magic, but Saffron didn't want to ask for help. Prince Hans and Ode were passionately trying to catch some fish. Saffron surely didn't want to interrupt them. His attention wavered, and he found himself looking at the other princes more and more. Look at Hans, look at Ode, concentrate on the fire. Let's look at Hans. Prince Saffron looked at Hans. His left hand glowed in a mystic turquoise as one fish after another came swimming right to him. With his free arm, he tried to hold all the fish he had caught, but they squirmed and squirmed. And in the end, most fish flopped back down into the water, only to swim right into the prince's hand again. Almost periodically, he let out a pained gasp. After a few minutes, Hans looked up. He smiled at Saffron once he saw that he was being watched, and nonchalantly threw a fish. It landed right next to Prince Saffron with a loud slap and squirms, before eventually being still. Saffron was slightly unsettled. Periodically, fish after fish loudly landed next to him. It was frankly distracting. Before too long, Prince Hans stood up and walked toward the shore. He didn't look very well. Here, he said before personally dropping off another fish into Saffron's open arms. His left hand was red and swollen with tiny bite marks all over it. We are. Oh, don't worry, that'll heal again, Hans said after noticing Saffron's stares. How's the fire coming along? I'm still working on it. Well then, I'm counting on you. I hear there are kingdoms where raw fish is a delicacy, but I like my meals like my lovers. Hot. Okay! Prince Hans excused himself and went back into the water to catch more fish. Prince Saffron decided to return his current task at hand. He had distracted himself long enough that they needed a fire they wanted to eat. And the blue man. Saffron had read that quickly spinning a stick could cause enough friction to light a fire, but he felt like that was not all there was to it, since the pile of wood itself was certainly not withstand such a motion. Saffron took a smaller log of wood and placed a stick on top of it, determined to set it aflame. He had no idea about the exact technique, but Saffron still did his best. His palms ran hot and the wood hurt his skin, but he could feel some heat from the log. Minutes passed, and the fatigue made his arms heavy, but eventually Saffron thought that he could see smoke rising from the wood. Nothing more happened though. Exhausted, he took a break and rethought his approach. He needs some tinder. Oh yes, I was just getting to that. You see, the key to find a good way to make Saffron realize what he needs. Good stories need time, so just lay back and watch it unfold. What? You don't think this is an important enough point to hold up the story? Alright. I'll think of something. A nest of tinder, Prince Saffron. A mysterious voice whispered into the prince's consciousness. You need a tinder nest, it repeated. Confused by its origin, but excited by the flash of inspiration, Saffron jumped up. He gathered dry grass and hay lying about, and repeated the procedure from before, this time with a tinder nest to catch the spark. Soon, the prince held a tiny fire in his hands. He placed it down on the fireplace and carefully fed it wood until it grew in size. When his companions returned with their aquatic booty, a sizable fire was already burning. Well done, Prince Saffron. I see I was right to trust you with this job. Yeah, it looks like we'll actually get to eat now. Excited about the prospect of food, the princes gathered around the fire. Since he had his dagger, Hans was tasked with preparing the fish, although he was not exactly happy about having to degrade it to a butcher's knife. Ode and Saffron grilled the fish, and even though most ended up burnt or unevenly cooked, the princes still felt like this meal was at least on par with the feast they were used to. In the early afternoon, after having eaten their fill, they decided to pack up and leave the forest. But the next trial waited right around the corner, because now they had to figure out which way they had to go to reach their destination. But let's take a break real quick. Our princes are starting to get some control over the situation again, don't you think? Well, don't worry. This journey will be far from a cakewalk. The next part will be exciting. I prepared all kinds of ways for the princes to use their strengths. So what would you like to see? I'll ask it again when it gets important. I'm just gauging the general interest here. They should ride on a bear. Saffron should be more useful. Or magic. What do you think?
Magic.
Magic?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this I can get behind. Don't worry. There will be plenty of moments for him to use his magic hands. Okay! Now enough of that. Let's continue. The princes lost no time. Soon after finishing their meal, they got dressed, packed what few belongings they still had, and headed out into the forest again. So, my princes, we have successfully entered the forest, but that doesn't quite change that we're still lost. On the contrary, we can hardly even make out the midday sun from here. First of all, we should figure out which direction we have to go in. If only we had a compass. Can't we still look at the sun for directions? We could, but we don't have much room for error if we want to escape this forest before dusk. I'd rather use a more reliable method. Why don't we just ask for that way? Ask? And just who do you intend to ask, dear Ode? Well, sooner or later, we're bound to come across some animals, right? You don't seriously suggest to ask wild beasts for directions? Besides, have you forgotten that there are no animals around? I'm sure they'll come back. And they know this forest better than anyone. Good gosh, I'm afraid you must have been hit by heat stroke. You are not making any sense. Well, why don't you just tell me how you intend to get out of this forest then? You must have a great plan if you're just shooting down ideas. I do, in fact, have a much more sensible plan. I'll produce us a compass. Are you trying to kill us? I heard conjuring is the most dangerous of all magic forms. I refuse to die for some petty tool. Then perish in this forest all by yourself, because I will leave whether you come along or not. Not to mention, an amateur shouldn't try to berate a master on his field of expertise. Then what exactly is the master's plan? Of course, I won't conjure a fully functional compass, I'll just make one. Transmutation is a lot safer than conjuring. I'll only need a needle and we're good to go. So what exactly makes it safer? I could spend all day trying to explain it to you, just trust me this once. Fine, but I still don't like it. Do you have another idea, Prince Saffron, in case? Why don't we climb the trees and take a look at our surroundings? We're headed for the mountains, so it should be easy enough to see where we have to go. Well, that does sound reasonable and simple. I like that in a man. Okay, but which plan will we follow now? Well, there are only two viable options, and I'm not about to climb a tree. Funny, I was just about to say how I'm not gonna trust some iffy magic compass. Well, Prince Saffron, would you do us the honors again? As much as I hate to admit it, we are never going to come to an agreement otherwise. Yeah, what do you think is the best plan to get out of this forest? Ah! I support Prince Hans. Take that, Ode. I told you this was our best option. Fine, just be careful. I don't want to be turned into a frog or something just because you screwed up. Excuse me, have a little more faith in my abilities, dear Ode. The last time I accidentally turned someone into an amphibian, I could barely even write. Wait, you actually did that? I was just exaggerating. Jeez. Well, we all make mistakes, and he became a very beautiful newt. Although, I could still feel his judging stare on my back whenever we met. But never mind that, let's just get on with it. The other princes expectantly gathered around Hans, waiting anxiously for him to use his magic. Said mage, however, just looked at them confusedly. What are you two doing? I just told you that I need a needle before I can make a compass. And where do you expect to find a needle? We're in a forest. Be a little more creative, Ode. A needle of flesh would work too. What? Prince Saffron, come here for a second. Saffron, don't. I don't know what he's planning, but I won't let this lecherous moon harm you. Get your mind out of the gutter, Prince Ode. I'm not talking about that. For now, my needle will be Prince Saffron as a whole. I'll be the needle? Oh dear, now I've done it. I got so into this idea I forgot to think it through to the end. The logistics of a human compass are more complicated than I expected. And I can't do anything that might harm our hero too much. Nah. I'm not sure how. I got it. How convenient. Will that actually work? Of course, and Saffron is the perfect person for the job. Hesitantly, Saffron stepped closer to Prince Hans, who took a step towards our hero as well. Just as Saffron was thinking that he had never seen Hans so close in broad daylight, said Prince gently put his hands on Saffron's cheeks and let his magic pulse through him. Saffron felt strange. A tingling sensation ran through each and every cell of his body as he was being polarized. After a minute or so, Prince Hans let up. He smiled at Saffron as he noticed the light blush on his face. Now, all you have to do is think of home and you will automatically face north. What? Prince Saffron asked in surprise, and just as his thoughts wandered north, he was forcefully yanked around by nothing in particular, so it seemed. It worked! Ode said in cautious excitement. Of course it did. Oh, I accidentally skipped one, oops. It dawned on Saffron that maybe this wouldn't be as easy as he thought. His body felt like lead. He was unable to turn it around even a single centimeter as he thought of the other kingdom. It felt awfully constricting. And that was not even the most obvious problem. While he was facing north, Saffron himself couldn't see where he was supposed to go. I'm afraid there's a problem, Prince Hans. But of course, Hans had already considered this in his plans. Not to worry, Prince Saffron. I'll just stay close and make sure you don't run into any trouble. Alright then, I'll leave this in your hands. With a better sense of direction, the princes went their way to leave the forest. And Prince Hans did indeed stay close, very close. With every unsteady step Saffron took, he grew even more aware of the other's presence. Hans kept one of his hands on Saffron's shoulder and gently guided him around the trees. This is very gay. Soon Saffron could feel his thoughts waver as the other's touch entered his consciousness, and as his gaze was drawn to the prince who was so near. At first, Prince Hans just smiled at him as if he enjoyed the attention. But eventually he asked, Prince Saffron, I know I am quite dazzling, but I hope you're still concentrating on your task. After hearing those words, images of his parents entered Saffron's mind. Just what would they think if they saw him like this? And Saffron's body turned approximately 45 degrees westward. The change had probably been gradual, but for how long had they been wandering off course? Tisk tisk, I would scold you if your blush wasn't so adorable. Okay! Oh my god. I know it's not fun to think of home for so long, but please stay focused for now. I don't mind it. Saffron quietly replied as he wondered if it really was what he wanted to think about right now. Perfect. We don't want to run in circles after all, do we? He is! Prince Hans leaned in closer so Ode wouldn't hear his words. Or do you like it if I hold you? North! Saffron involuntarily shouted before thinking about the gardens of his family's castle. That's fine. He mentally recited every childhood memory he could think of, trying to forget about all else. We are all very gay for Hans. I love that. Like the hands on his shoulders leading him with a firm but gentle grip, or the prince they were connected to who literally just put a spell on him, and the flirting that was obvious even to our sheltered hero. It's safe to say Prince Saffron's focus wavered several more times this afternoon. You should do it. The prince's path was far from straight, but it still led them to their desired destination. Although the sun had almost set already when they finally reached the river, the limit, they eventually reached it. Saffron felt especially liberated since he could freely move and think again. Same. There are too many innuendos in this, and it's killing me a little bit. Hans freed him from the spell, and the princes decided to search for a bridge to cross the river. Do you think it's more likely to be upstream or downstream? Maybe we could split up to search both directions. Sounds good, let's do that. Huh? No resistance? No, but how could you be so stupid, Prince Ode? For once, I actually don't have a better idea, as strange as it may sound. And at the moment, it's difficult enough to stand up straight, so I'm sorry if you wanted to argue. What are you talking about? And no, I actually don't want to argue. It's just that you always say something dismissive when I suggest something. I'm only pointing out flaws when I see them. You should be grateful. Oh dear. Prince Saffron, can you lend me your shoulder? Prince Hans said before staggering towards Saffron, who quickly went to support him. Is it the recoil of your spell? Yes, it is quite troubling, but I can barely tell top from bottom. Thankfully, it should fade given some time. Well, I guess this takes care of the groups. Let's notify each other if we find something and group up at sunset if we don't. And don't fall into the river, Prince Hans. Maybe you should stay if you can't walk steadily. Save your worry, I'll be fine. At least this way, I might find out why Prince Hans was so easily distracted earlier. Well, do as you like. Just be careful. Yeah! And so the princes started walking in opposite directions. Ode in one and Hans and Saffron in the other. Oddly enough, Saffron felt just like he did on their way through the forest. Only that now he was the one leading the two of them. Hans once again kept his hand on Saffron's shoulder. For what felt like far too long of a time, they walked in silence. Still, Saffron could not keep himself from occasionally glancing towards the other prince. All under the pretense of making sure he was alright, of course. Or so he told himself. Eventually, Prince Hans spoke up. So, should I take your stares as interest, or are you just jealous of my beauty? Not that you have anything to worry about. You are not too shabby yourself, if I may say so. Ah! Prince Saffron's face took on the hue of a boiling lobster at the prince's nonchalant words. Well, what should we go with? Help. Help. I don't know what choice to go with. First one? Okay. I suppose it might be interest. Uh-huh. Well, count me intrigued. I'm always open for a little fun on the side. And I have to say, I like this daring side of you, Prince Saffron. I would too. Would you mind showing me more? I'm sure there's plenty of you I've yet to see. Ah! Why, of course, I don't bear myself for just anyone. Be it figuratively or literally. And how bold of you to start this in the open. Ah! You know me, Prince Saffron, but I'm sure you're just as thrilled. Ah! Am I interrupting something? Yes! Now be gone! Things just got interesting. Well, alright, I just found a bridge downstream, but I guess I'll cross it on my own. If you don't want to be left behind, you'd better postpone... Prince Ode confusedly gestured at the moderately entangled princess in front of him. Whatever this is. Prince Hans reluctantly let go of Saffron and turned to Ode. Well then, lead the way, Ode. But I'm not too happy about having been deprived of my afternoon snack. Ah! Stumbling as he took a step forward, Prince Hans quickly reached for Saffron again. Alas, it appears my loss of direction has not yet resolved itself. Are you sure you're okay? Of course. Same! Just a little directionally troubled. Are your days always like this? constantly dealing with the recoil of magic. Please, do you think I have any need to use magic this often under normal circumstances? I'm just trying to understand. Altom sounds awfully dangerous if everyone can use magic. Well, I can't deny that there are dangers, but we people of Altom are civilized. There are strict rules to what is acceptable use of magic, and not everyone can use magic. Some are gifted, but even then it needs years of training to utilize these powers. You should visit sometime. I'm sure you can learn a lot from the people of Altom, like basic manners, how to dress well, maybe even some... Enough. I'm sorry I even asked. Let's just go. Gee, looks like someone is grumpy. Oh. He must be jealous. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Though I can't put my finger on what exactly he's jealous of. There's just so much. The poor fool is only blessed in height and stubbornness. Maybe I shouldn't flaunt my excellence all the time. It must be humiliating for him to be constantly reminded of his shortcomings. Well, he's probably used to it by now. True. The two princes followed Ode and caught up to him just before reaching the bridge. And just as they crossed it, Hans exclaimed in triumph that his dizzy spell was over, if you could even call it that. In any case, he was finally able to move on his own again, although he still stayed close to Saffron. The sun had already begun to set as the princess walked down the path, searching for a village. He is so full of himself. He's a himbo, I think. Eventually, a traveling merchant walked past them, apparently having packed up for the day. The sight inspired growling stomachs among the princes that they had yet to find dinner. What a shame that we missed a chance to buy some rations from that merchant. I am famished. Bye. We lost all our money to those bandits. Now, Prince Ode, your lack of glitz doesn't apply to all of us. I would have simply sold the ring that graces my hair, and we'd have food for days. The words had barely left his mouth when said ring suddenly disappeared. Unbeknownst to the prince. Very funny. I didn't know your magic extended to magic tricks, Prince Hans. What are you talking about? Wait, this wasn't you? Your ring just disappeared. The gasp of shock following Hans' realization startled a pair of doves wrestling on the nearby tree. Yeah. Dog. I am so sorry. Oh, cruel whims of fate. Has it come so far you're being punished without even using magic now? I may or may not have cursed the bandits last night. You did what? Well, it's their own fault for taking our belongings and putting us through hell in the process. But why didn't your ring disappear before now if you cursed them last night? The gods must have been undecided on how to balance the scales again. Sometimes it can take days before a decision is made. I imagine it to be an awfully bureaucratic process presiding over all uses of magic. But I suppose my words must have given them an idea on how to get back at me for that curse. Ah! Evil. Why is your dog so evil?
She's barking because the pizza person just got here.
Oh, okay.
I finally obtained pizza.
Congratulations, Kai.
Yeah, do you want a piece?
Yes, please.
Okay, do you want me to bring it to you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Good thing I only bestowed those bandits with bad financial luck. Don't just curse people, not if it means you're going to be hit with the same fate. Although, I understand why you did it. Losing our horse was one thing, but everything else, too? Well, curse or not, yes, you can. It doesn't change that we still don't have any food for the night. What are you talking about? Of course we have food. The Saffron and Hans confusedly stared at Ode. What? Were you two so caught up with each other that you didn't see me gather mushrooms? This whole area is full of them. At least for tonight we won't go to sleep hungry. Wrapped in his cape, Prince Ode revealed a plethora of mushrooms to the other princes. Are you sure they're safe to eat? Is that all the thanks I get? I spent half of my life in the forest. I know which mushrooms are safe. Alright, I apologize. I just felt I've had enough bad luck for the year, even just today. Food poisoning is just about the last thing I need right now. So thanks. No problem. Also, don't worry about food poisoning. Get the wrong mushroom and you're off much worse than that. How reassuring. Maybe this is actually your plan to get rid of both of your rivals in one fell swoop. I wouldn't do that. Thank you. Thank you for the pizza, Kai.
I died for this pizza. I died for this pizza. I suffered for this.
I wouldn't do that. You sure? No one gets poisoned here. I'll even eat first if you want me to. Maybe that was your plan all along. Why do you always have to antagonize me? Let's just search for a place to set up camp. Good idea. I've had enough of this bickering. Very well. It took the three of them a short while of searching. But at nightfall, they found themselves close to a lake in front of a wooden hut. It looked old and abandoned, but just to be safe, they knocked on the door and waited for a reply. Hello? Is anybody home? Let's just go inside. I've had enough of this wilderness. But what if there's someone in there? Then they'll be able to tell the tale of the day three princes showed up at their doorstep. Maybe their hospitality will even earn them a statue or two in one of our kingdoms. And with that, Prince Hans stormed into the hut to find nothing. Totally new scenery, like nothing the princess had seen before, especially not on this journey. The hut was abandoned and what little things were left in it looked weathered and dusty. Prince Hans moved inside and promptly sat down on the sparsely cushioned bed. Saffron and Ode cautiously followed, the latter placing the mushrooms on a nearby desk, after wiping away all the dust that had piled up on the wobbly table. In some capacity, all three of them let out a sigh of relief now that they'd finally found shelter. Just so you know, I'm claiming this bed for myself. I feel like last night alone shortened my lifespan by at least a month. You can't just claim it, there's three of us. Hans melodramatically sprawled out on the bed, keeping aggressive eye contact with Ode. Oh, but I can. Fine, whatever. I'm too tired to deal with your antics. Anyway, we should search the place for anything we can use on our journey. Good call, but I'm beat. Let me know if you find anything. Ode looked like he was about to tell Hans to search as well, but quietly turned to Saffron. You'll help me, right? Oh, sure. There's not much here, so we'll be done in no time. And with that, the two rummaged through the belongings of the hut's previous inhabitant. All in all, he is so gay, yeah. They only found a washed-out map, a compass, a dented frying pan, and a silver coin. In a broken cupboard, they also found a few bowls and wooden cutlery that seemed usable. At least for the night. In the remaining drawers was nothing else that caught their eye. Besides lots of dust, broken and rusted tools, as well as moth-eaten clothes. What was usable to them, the princess tried to salvage. The cabin was fairly sparse as there was only one room. Or so it appeared when they first entered. During their search, it turned out that what they thought was part of the wall was in fact a door. It took some force to push it open, but behind it was a second room, much smaller than the first. And it made up for its size with a fireplace. It was rustic, but its condition seemed fine, and there were pelts and blankets all over the floor. Say what? A fireplace in such a shabby hut? May I revoke my claim on the bed No way. Keep the bed. I'd rather take this other room. But are you sure that... Yes, just let me have something for once. Well, alright then. On second thought, I wouldn't want to sleep on the rug on the floor anyway. Ugh, do you always have to put yourself above others? Naturally, where else would I be? As if to interrupt the argument, Prince Saffron's stomach growled and the others turned silent. Noticing their own hunger, the quarrel seemed trivial enough that the princess called a truce, at least until after dinner. Despite exhaustion setting in, the princess decided to make a fire to cook a much-needed dinner. Although they had to collect some firewood first. It was a challenge in the dark, but even this obstacle was eventually overcome. Using what he had learned this morning, Saffron made the fire while the others prepared the food. Okay. I'm going to try eating while doing this, which is not going to work out well since I have to talk. But I am hungry, and I do have pizza. Thank you, Kai. While helping in search for firewood, Prince Hans had accidentally bludgeoned a pheasant. He accidentally bludgeoned a... Yes, I'm sorry if you hear my eating sounds, by the way. Although he was strangely reluctant to tell the tale of the exact progression of the events. And so it remained a secret to Ode and Saffron how their fellow prince had managed such a feat. They were simply thankful for the meaty addition to their dinner. In any case, as Prince Hans gutted the pheasant under heavy complaints about the bloodiness of the affair. Prince Ode went to the nearby lake to wash the mushrooms. Upon returning, he cut them up next to the other prince, mildly unsettled by his rampant cursing. Once everything was cut into neat little chunks, the princes went outside where Saffron waited. With a nice and warm fire, using the frying pan they had found in the hut, they roasted the mushrooms and the meat. And although they had not much in terms of seasoning, even just the scent and the sizzling coming from the pan was enough to make their mouths water. They had cleaned the bowls and cutlery they found and brought them to the campfire. Once each prince had taken their share of the food, the three of them sat down around the fire and heartily dug in. Table manners were long forgotten by then, even by Hans, as they simply savored their hot meal. Good gosh, this is amazing. Yeah, it even beats the fish we had for breakfast, by far. It was only the second day of their journey, but the kinds of meals they were used to already felt so distant they may not have even existed. Being picky was definitely no option, and frankly, they could have had it much worse. I'm sorry I ever doubted your mushrooms. It's great, I don't even mind eating so much meat in a single day. Saffron laughed. Thanks, you two. Speaking of meat, there's more where that came from. Just eat your fill. Oh! Okay. I have to say, traveling in a group isn't as bad as I initially thought. Right? This meal alone redeems all you've put me through. Excuse me. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Prince Hans, please. Not to mention that I have to go along with this farce despite already being Sappho's favorite. Silence came over the princes as they looked at Hans in shock. Wait, what? She told me right after I arrived. Even mentioned how she couldn't be with someone as immature as you two. No. That cannot be. No need to run from the truth. I heard it with my own 2 ears. But at the ball, she said she liked me more than all the other royals. And in the garden, she told me how glad it was me who was to marry her. I get that you're hurt, but there's no need to lie to yourself, Prince Ode. No, I think he's telling the truth, Saffron said, just now realizing that something was very, very wrong. And what makes you say that, Prince Saffron? The princess told me, too, that I'm her favorite. Now the shock was mirrored on Prince Hans's face. You've got to be kidding me! Oh, I cannot wait, Kaz. Thank you, Kaz. But Prince Saffron only shook his head. Gosh, how could I be so stupid? Of course she wouldn't like me. Why would she? It was probably all just a joke to her. Like it always is. I wish I'd never even come here. Now, calm down, Prince Ode. This is on the princess, not you. Really? Because all this tells me is that my parents were right all along. She's a lesbian. It's so obvious. I wish there was a choice to be like, she's a lesbian. Shut up. Forget her ass. Yeah. It's mean, but she probably had her reasons to tell all three of us the same thing. Like what? I don't know. Why else would she do this? Frankly, I don't care. I've heard enough to know that I'm done with this sham. First, she springs on us that there are 2 other kingdoms involved in the negotiations. Then we run into trouble with her law, even get robbed and lost in the forest. All of this solely because she wants some rare flower. And now I have to hear that she even lied to our faces? If it wasn't my responsibility as a crown prince to follow through, I'd drop out right away. Well, good thing my family doesn't expect anything from me. Maybe they'll finally disown me now. Okay. Aw, poor Prince Ode. I need to cool down. I'm at the lake if anyone needs me. Well, count me surprised. Who knew he was insecure all along? Maybe I should lay off him for the night. I mean, we're all victims here. Yeah. Well, dinner is over, and so is the good mood. I'll go back to the cabin. Poor Prince Ode. I need to secure my space before anyone else occupies the bed. Oh, alright. I think I'll stay here for a bit longer. Unsure how to feel about the sudden revelation and the hurt of his fellow princes, Saffron needed alone time. Well, you know where to find me when you want some company. Make sure to put out the fire when you leave. I don't want to end up burned to a crisp in a forest fire. God, that man is gay. All alone, Saffron quietly stared into the flames for a while. And the princess really set them up. California, no! Did she not care who she married? Or was there something they weren't aware of yet? Saffron felt conflicted. She had seemed nice enough at first, but was that who she truly was? And Ode looked devastated. Even Han's bravado seemed like more of a facade than usual. Saffron let out a deep sigh, and just then a loud thud behind him, as if a rock had fallen to the ground, distracted the prince. He jumped up, scanning the area, but couldn't find anything or anyone. Another sound, almost like a hiss, made Saffron whirl around once again. But he only found darkness. Oh, it's Sappho's girlfriend! Where previously their fire burns were only ashes slowly floating in the air. A cold shiver came over Saffron. Hello? Is anybody there? Nobody answered, and so his mind decided to fill in the shadows with apparitions of monsters and bandits, evil lesbian. Prince Hans? Anyone? Just as he thought he couldn't get more scared, Saffron felt someone's breath on his neck. Ah! He screamed and ran off to cabin. The cabin was the closest shelter he could think of, but there was more to Saffron's decision. An empty hut was still not safe from whatever danger might lurk in the forest. But this hut was Hans. Prince Hans! Saffron stormed through the door just as the other prince was putting on his shirt. Upon that realization, embarrassment replaced panic as Saffron blushed and looked away. Prince Saffron, what is the matter? Nonchalantly, Prince Hans finished dressing himself and turned to his flustered companion. Gay boy. Well, I came for you. My, how suggestive. Well, aren't you eager? Okay. I can't say I don't appreciate this forwardness. Should we continue where we left off earlier? Saffron blushed even harder under the prince's suggestion. That's what I'd like to say. My mood has certainly taken a turn for the worse tonight. Yeah! I can't believe I let the princess play me like that. As if sending me on a quest to prove my worth wasn't humiliating enough already. But now I need to find out that this is really just a game to her? She's toying with our lives as if they're not worth nothing. I envy you, Prince Saffron. You could walk away from all of this and few people would take notice or even remember it. As the Crown Prince of Altom, I bear the responsibility to see this through. My country is prosperous, but we wouldn't stand a chance should Radia return against us. I completely understand the importance of this marriage, but it sounds like certain misery to me. Like the figurative shackles of marriage you so hear about around commoners, as if they knew anything about the weight of political marriages. A forced bond will never last, but in our world it has to. I'd gladly be handcuffed to someone I love and cherish, and I don't mean just figuratively. Okay, but this way it is like caging a bird of paradise for the rest of its life. Simply sad and restraining. Forgive me for sulking so openly, but I'm grateful you lent me an ear. I needed to get this off my chest, even if there's little I can do about the matter. Prince Hans exasperately chuckled. What a pathetic sight I must be right now. I apologize for acting so distraught. Marry me. Being happy and helping your kingdom shouldn't be mutually exclusive. I like your style, Prince Saffron. Just stick it to my parents and marry who I want, huh? Maybe I should marry you. Even my parents might be satisfied to have the other kingdom as an ally. What a little devil you are to tempt me like this. But thank you for cheering me up. Prince Hans sat down on the nearby bed and grabbed a bottle that stood at its side. I found some beer under a loose floor plank earlier. It's not usually my kind of drink, but care to join me while I drown my sorrows? Of course, I'd love to. Splendid. I knew you'd make good company. Saffron sat down next to the other prince and was promptly handed the bottle. Hesitantly, he put it to his lips and leaned back as the taste of alcohol spread in his mouth. They quietly drank one after another, just savoring the silence and the pleasant numbness that began to set in as they drank. Surprisingly, it seemed like Hans enjoyed the quiet, as if nothing had to be said right now. Saffron felt the same way, although he had to overcome a state of fluster first. There were no glasses in the cabin and they shared a single bottle. The concept of an intimate kiss was unknown to the prince, but only in words. His lips still touched the same bottle as those of Prince Hans. You are gay. You are so gay, sir. It seemed inappropriate for royals, but they were alone and such a thing couldn't matter less. So, what do you think about Prince Ode? Gay drinking? Saffron asked in an attempt to distract himself. Ode? Why do you bring him up all of a sudden? Well, you're always fighting, so I wondered why you still travel with him. Ah, I see. That is actually a good question now that I think about it. It's true that he's an irresponsible fool who is about as much of a royal as, well, I can't even think of a comparison that properly shows how much he sullies his title. But he's sincere. I can appreciate that. Also, should we get into another ambush, it's better to have more people around. So emotional stress aside, it's mostly convenience and a better chance at survival. But don't tell him that. I may be harsh, but I'm not cruel. Saffron simply nodded, having already decided to keep their conversation a secret. I'm so glad. Gay moment. He also reminds me of someone from home. It's hard to explain. Part of me just can't leave him alone, for better or for worse. By the way, Prince Saffron eventually asked, why were you shirtless earlier? Oh, that? Prince Hans laughed. I got blood on my clothes from cleaning the pheasant earlier. To be honest, I'm not sure how I endured wearing them throughout dinner. So I went to the lake to rid myself of the stains, and back here I dried my clothes with magic. Yeah. Just as I was putting them back on, you stormed in. Oh, I see. But isn't it dangerous to dry your clothes with magic? Dangerous? No, not to worry. I've done this before. Although, I'm incredibly cold right now. Not even the alcohol could change that. Upon hearing this, Saffron moved closer to Hans until their shoulders touched. I've often been told that my body is unusually warm. Does this help a little? Ah! Gay people. Oh yes, indeed. You are quite warm. So it wasn't just my imagination last night. Okay! Prince Hans put his arm around Saffron and held him even closer. I'm glad I'm sharing this journey with you, Saffron. Ah! And not just because of this convenience. Even when hold on, I haven't seen it. I don't know how I can put it on.
Just save it and put it on the overlay.
Okay. I will need a moment then.
Like you did with the 2 and 10.
Okay, I'll need a moment. Okay. Okay, give me a moment. There you go. Oh, wait, it's blocking the text. I'll put it here. Okay. Let me open the chat back now. Epic. Even when everything else seems to fall apart, you make me feel hopeful. With just a little bit of hesitation, Hans leans in and kissed Saffron's temple. Thank you, he said with a smile and watched the other prince blush. Although it also could have very well been caused by the booze. I'm glad to be on this journey with you too. All of this is so new to me, but I've had a lot of fun despite everything. And I like the two of you. I like you. For once, Prince Hans didn't respond with his usual bravado and self-infatuation. Saffron himself wasn't quite clear on the extent of his emotions, and Hans cared enough about him to not risk belittling them in any way. Still, he didn't want to remain in inaction. Their gazes locked, and slowly Prince Hans leaned in, getting closer and closer to Saffron. Ah! Ever so slightly, Saffron responded, and it was enough to show Hans the desire was mutual. Ah! In the dim, flickering light of a candle, they shared a deep and gentle kiss. Saffron had never felt such desire, neither from himself nor from someone else. Ah! But he could tell that Hans was careful not to overstep boundaries. It was clear that he wanted more, and he didn't hide it. Even so, it didn't feel forced upon Saffron. Come and get it if you want more, was what Hans seemed to exude. But it also felt okay to wait. Just as Saffron was about to dare take the next step, a loud thud from outside broke the tension. Once more, the sound echoed through the night just moments later. And then again. And again. It had been so out there, literally, that the princes first didn't realize what the sound was. Is someone chopping wood? It sounds like it, but who could it be? You don't think it's the owner of this cabin, do you? Or maybe a monster? Well, I'm surely not going to sit in here and let some hobgoblin ruin our evening fun. With Saffron close behind him, Hans stormed to the door. What in tarnation do you think you're doing? Ode? Indeed, Prince Ode was standing next to a tree stump with some firewood and an axe. Chopping wood. I can see that, but why? Well, I was at the lake trying to cool off, and I'm just so angry and disappointed. So then I got hungry, and I came back to eat, but the fire wasn't burning anymore. And cold mushrooms won't make me happy, which is why I'm chopping wood now. There are plenty of dead branches on the ground. What need do you have for chopping firewood? Yeah! Just sitting around won't do me any good. I need to do something. With an axe? I'm sure that won't help you calm down. Well, maybe. Probably. Sorry. But how can you stay so calm? Oh, I am searing. Figuratively. Burning with anger, to put it more bluntly. But dear Saffron here has helped me look beyond these dire news, and now I feel great. I'm certain you'll get there too. And I suggest you get there fast, because I could be doing much more enjoyable things right now. Saffron blushed profoundly, but Ode hadn't caught the deeper meaning in Hans's words. Alright, I'm sorry, and thanks. I guess I only made things worse by being on my own. But I'm still kinda hungry, so do you think you could lend me a hand? Sorry, but I'm with Hans. Saffron said and ostentatiously clasped the other's waist. You're a big boy, you'll figure it out on your own. Ah! Agreed. And I have to say, I like the confident Saffron. Now let's go back to what we were doing, my dear prince. Ah! I think we were just about to get to the fun part. Ah! Saffron chuckled as Ode unbelievingly watched the other two return to the cabin. Inside, they eagerly resumed what they'd been doing before Ode's interruption. They were so gay. He'd been adamant to keep it to himself earlier, but Prince Hans didn't mind sharing the bed now. And sharing it with someone as warm as Saffron wasn't bad at all, not just because he was cold. There was more to it. And the two of them began to see it increasingly clearly, even if the reality of it still seemed somewhat out of reach. Further out in the forest, Ode found a hat. And further still, just before the river, the princess's carriage had stopped for the night. Inside, the princess was concentratingly writing into a diary. It was quite a stressful time for her. The future of many lives and kingdoms was at stake, and there was little she could do. At least not directly. When she felt a familiar presence behind her, the princess put down her pen and turned around. Sitara, you're finally back. Yes, my princess. The princes have found shelter in an old hut and just went to sleep. I see. How is the state of the operation? It appears they have found out about your words of encouragement. From what I could tell, all three of them are quite upset. On the flip side, there have been some interesting developments between some of the princes too. Oh, do tell. And don't spare any details. Ah! Very well, my princess. Sappho intently listened. as Sitara recalled the events she had witnessed from the shadows. Aside from occasional gasps and giggles, Sappho stayed quiet while her precious bodyguard talked. Extinguishing the fire to scare Saffron into the arms of one of the others was a good call. I'm glad you have the judgment and composure to improvise on the spot, Sitara. But all of this is truly interesting. So Prince Hans has enchanted the innocent Saffron. Quite the interesting matchup, I may say. Indeed. Although he is quite the charmer, so I can't say I'm surprised. Now, let's hope Saffron can keep up with him. Then we only have to worry about Ode, and that shouldn't pose much of a problem. We are surely making progress, though. Good work, Sitara. Thank you, my princess. I must ask you, though, is it truly in your interest that two of the princes fall in love? Yes, or at least it is one of the possible outcomes of this plan. If they just lose interest in me, that is fine as well. Avoiding this marriage is a top priority. How we get there matters little. Although, if two princes fall in love, it could serve as precedence for our own marriage. Oh. It all depends on what happens over the next few days. I can't thank you enough for all you are doing to make this plan work, Sitara. It is in my interest as well, my princess. We are alone now. You can let go of the formalities, my dear. But you will always be my princess, Sappho. The princess giggled and softly caressed Sitara's cheek. The bodyguard smiled warmly, but eventually her expression faded when she spoke up again. Manipulation for gay marriage! I hate to ruin the mood, my princess, but I have news from the castle as well. Her enthusiasm fading, Sappho sighed and gestured Sitara to go on. Your parents are already in the process of preparing the marriage ceremony. They plan to hold it as soon as the princes return and your decision is made. What? So soon? Yes, they asked me to invite the parents of the princes and report them all the while. Of course, I only told them their sons are doing fine, not any more specifics. But all of the kings and queens have now departed to be there for the wedding. This is bad. We have to make sure the princes have abandoned the quest before their return. I can leave immediately and make the preparations for tomorrow. No, please stay. Her eyes just turned red. The most important things have already been taken care of. Oh wait, it just looked weird from that angle, never mind. You've traveled more than enough for one day. Our plan is already hard on you, and now even my parents had you run across kingdoms. You need to rest. All these energy potions can't be good for you. Well, if it's alright, I'll gladly stay. I've longed to be with you all day. Me too. Just a few more days, my dear. Wow, this is gay. And that concludes the second act. Was it to your liking? I have to say, this was the most thrilling performance of my career. I've never had to improvise so much. I thought I'd end up in a dead end every now and then. Stop drinking Monster and have lesbian sex with me. So what do you think? Can you make it gayer? Gayer still. I mean, I suppose it's possible. There's always room for more gay. Alright, I'll see what I can do. But there are only so many characters to work with. I'm afraid 2 couples is the most I can manage with our cast. Unless... Anyway, Act 3 is going to be interesting and complicated. There are a few props where I still don't know how to sensibly use them in our new storyline. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I would love it to be gay and poly. That would be so epic. I'm worried about that scene, but no use worrying you as well. I'll think of something. You want to help? It's quite the exciting prop, you see, and a dangerous one. Even an angry bear mother will look like a harmless plushie in comparison. But until then, how about we record our progress? It would be a shame to lose track of everything that already happened, right? Yeah. God. Yes. And how do I close? I don't know how to close this, actually. Oops. Oh, okay. Quick saves. Whoa. Okay, how do I back out of the save menu?
Try to save.
Oh, I see. It's because it's done now. Okay. So this was this one is not finished yet. So I may revisit it in the future. That was really gay. Oh my god. I don't know if I can recover from that. That was really gay. Oh my god. Well, I think that's enough for tonight. That was a long... I'm really happy that all of those were pretty good. I mean, the last one went really poorly because of that, but that one was really... But all of them were pretty decent this time around, which is cool. Very epic of it. I mean, very epic of them. There were multiple ones involved. So that's cool. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, bye. Bye. I still don't have a proper ending screen. I'm